Evening, Tom.
Evening, George. Just finished work?
Gotta knock off early. Gets so dark. See you down at the Red Lion later?
No, too cold to go out at nights now. I've got a good book at home I'm going to read.
What, a library book?
Just picked it up at Floggett's from Gert and Daisy.
Presents Floggett's with Joan Sims, Hugh Paddock, Ronnie Barker, Iris Vanderler, Ron Moody, and Elsie and Doris Waters.
Gert, this library's in a shocking state. Look, I'll tidy the shelves and you sort the index,
I know. Here, Daisy. According to this, Emmy Smead's had a body in the furnace for 3 weeks.
What?
Yes. I said Emmy Smead's had a body in the furnace for 3 weeks.
Well, Lummy, don't tell me. Tell Constable Harris.
Oh, I don't mean she's got a real body in the furnace. I mean she's got one of our books.
Well, it's probably cheaper to burn books with coal the price it is.
Look, I'm going to ask her for it when she comes in. Do you know, Daisy, auto books are the only kind she ever reads? Hasn't she got a funny taste?
I don't know, Gert. I never tasted her. Anyway, that body in the furnace thing sounds like one of those real cheap, horrible shockers. And when you do get it back, don't you start reading it.
Why not?
Well, I want it first. Oh, Lummy, Gert, you haven't half got these shelves in a mess.
What do you mean? I spent ages sorting them out.
So I see. Look at this. Principles of electricity. Put that under light reading. A selection of Burns under first aid. And look at this one. Mating habits of the Death Watch beetle under love and romance.
Oh, well, I'll sort them out again tomorrow.
Oh, here's one I haven't read. I'll have a go at this tonight.
Ooh, Murder Under the Floorboards. That's ever so good. You'll enjoy that. You don't find out till the last page it was the butler who did it.
Oh, thanks very much. Now what do? I've got a mystery story without a mystery.
Oh, sorry, Daisy. So you can always read it backwards and try and guess who was murdered, can't you?
No, I don't think I'll bother.
I should, Daisy. You know, there's nothing I like better than a good mystery.
Well, you'll enjoy yourself tonight. There's shepherd's pie for tea. And that reminds me, what time is it?
4:30.
Oh, we'll never put the kettle on the stove.
Righto. Dear Daisy, the kitchen light won't work.
It's probably the bulb. Put another one in.
I can't reach.
Hang on, I'll get Cyril to fetch the steps.
Cyril? Cyril?
Yes, Mrs. Floggett?
Do you know where the steps are?
Oh, just a minute. I did. Where was it now? The steps.
Well, don't make a speech. I only ask where the steps are.
Oh, I remember now. They're in Russia. And they have mines there where they send people to make those little packets of salt that you get in crisps.
What are you on about? I want the step ladder.
What for?
We want to put a bulb in the kitchen.
Oh, why don't you put it in a little pot in the garden where it can get the sunshine and the rain?
Cyril. Oh, come here. Look, there. We want an electric light bulb in that socket.
Oh, why don't you use a step ladder?
Cyril. Sometimes I wonder is it you that's balmy or me?
I know.
Oh, do you? Well, don't bother to tell me now. Can you reach up there and get a bulb in?
Yeah, easy. Now then.
Cyril, what are you going to do?
I'll just put this chair on the table. Now,
dear.
these 2 biscuit tins on the chair. Now then. Oh, I'll go and... Oh, there we are.
Marvellous, Cyril. There's only one thing. The light is over this side of the room.
Oh, well, if I lean across, I can reach it. It's a bit of a stretch.
Cyril, be careful.
There you are. I got hold of the wire. Now it...
Oh! Here, I'd never have thought of that, Daisy. What? He's brought the whole fitting down. We don't have to climb up and put the bulb in now.
Now, that boy shouldn't be allowed out without his keeper.
Oh, where's he gone?
Off home to clean up. Look, I'd better tidy round here. Go, nip into the shop and phone the electricity board in Strawbridge.
Oh, no, not me, Daisy. You know I don't like telephones.
Oh, I often used to see you and Wally inside a phone box.
I know, we only went in there to say good night.
Go on. Look, go and phone up, Gert. Tell him to get a man out here.
I don't like to, Daisy. No, I'd sooner you did it.
Oh,
Really,
go
I
on,
would.
Gert. Get on with you.
Oh, all right. Never can manage to make the blooming things work, I'm sure. Oh, dear. I'll just make myself a bit tidy. That's it. Now then, which end is which?
Number, please.
Hello. This is Gert. We want a man.
Well, don't we all, dear? Number, please.
Our lights have gone wrong.
Oh, you want the electricity board. Strawbridge 4-3. Just a moment.
Hello, Strawbridge 402. Davis the butcher.
Oh, sorry. I can't hear you.
Davis the butcher.
Who?
Davis. Butcher.
Butchers. Oh, hello, Mr. Butchers. This is Gert. No, I mean, this is Floggett, yes. It's about the lights.
Oh, what's up with them?
Well, they've gone off.
Oh, well, they're all right when they left here, I guarantee that.
Well, they're off now.
How long you had them then?
Oh, they were here when we moved into the shop 6 months ago.
Oh, strike me pink. Have you got them in the fridge then?
Oh, no.
Well, you expect them to be a bit high then, don't you?
Well, they're not all that high. I mean, Cyril got at them.
Who's Cyril? You're a cat.
No, he's the boy who works in the shop.
Hey, poor little blighter must be starving. Look, missus, where have you got these lights?
Well, we've got them in every room, you see. I mean, they hang down from the ceiling.
Well, what sort are they? Calves, sheep, or oxes?
No, they're ours.
Hey? Well, it's not me you want, missus. It's a doctor. Possibly a vet. Cheerio.
Well, what did he say? Honestly, Daisy was ever so rude. I couldn't get any sense out of him. He was talking to me as if I was half daft.
That's funny. I didn't think he knew you. Well, the thing is, Gert, is he coming or not?
I don't think so. He said we needed a doctor.
Doctor? Don't want a doctor. We want an electrician.
Good evening, ladies. Cyril just come and woke me up and said you had need of my services.
What, Mr. Niggle? 5 o'clock and you're still sleeping?
Well, you see, it was my mid-morning nap, only I wasn't awake this morning to take it. Now then, what exactly is the trouble?
Well, Cyril swung on the lamp pendant and pulled it off the ceiling.
Oh, well, of course, the boy's very athletic. He's probably been reading those Tarzan books again. Now then, let's have a look. Oh, yes, indeed.
Well, can you do it?
I don't know, I can't see it. Why don't you put the light on?
Because Cyril pulled it off the ceiling.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, yes. Oh, haven't quite woke up yet. Just a minute, I'll strike a match. Oh, yes, that's a very simple task.
Look, Mr. Niggle, unless you're sure you know what you're doing, we'd rather you didn't touch it.
Ladies, do you realise I've worked all over the United States as a electrician?
Have you?
Of course. You've heard of Washington, D.C., haven't you?
Yes.
Well, it was AC before I started on it.
Look, Mr. Niggle, we're not that daft. D.C. stands for Washington, District of Columbia.
You don't have to tell me where it is. Now then, where's the main switch? Ah, here it is. Right.
Mr. Niggle, now you put the lights out in the shop as well.
Well, of course. You don't want me to be electrocuted, do you?
Do you mind if we talk that over before we answer?
Well, then.
We can't see a thing.
Well, there's not much going on at the moment, is there?
Oh, ignore him, Gert. Look, get some candles out of the shop and put them round the place.
All right.
How long is this going to take you, Mr. Niggle?
Well, let's see now. A 10-minute job, allowing for me tea break, say hour and a half.
Oh, well, be as quick as you can. Gert,
Was that you, Daisy?
well, I'm who we were expecting, Rock Hudson.
Oh. Well, I found some candles, but they're all soft. I don't know if they'll light or not. Have you got a match?
Here you are.
Well, go on. Light it.
Gert, you can spend your evenings how you like, but I'm not standing here all night trying to light a pork sausage. Gert, what are you doing up there, then?
She's putting the finishing touches in. Ready now, Miss Gert?
Yes.
Right then. Oh, Mrs. Floggett, perhaps you wouldn't mind helping her down.
Well, what's wrong with you?
Slight touch of cramp in the legs. This armchair of yours is too low, you know.
Oh, well, come on, Gert. Down you come.
Whoops.
You're right.
Yes. Okay.
Now then, ladies, for my big moment. I shall switch on, and I think you will observe that when the light is on, it will be brighter than ever. Niggle adds brightness.
You know... You know, that sounds vaguely familiar. Go on, then.
Yeah, they've all gone out again.
Oh, yeah, but you must admit that while they lasted, they were very bright.
Oh, love O'Reilly. Well, what do you think it is this time?
Well, it's rather difficult to explain. You see, this is a highly technical explanation. I don't know if you ladies will be able to comprehend it or not.
Well, what is it?
Something's broke.
Well, you blinded me with science. Do you think it might have something to do with the fuses?
Fuses. Fuses?
Yes, those little China things with wire in them.
Oh, is that what they are? Oh, yes, of course, that's probably what it is. We in the trade never call them fuses, you know.
Oh, what do you call them?
We call them little China things with wire in them. Anyway, ladies, don't you worry. I'll go and look into it.
Well, hurry up, Mr. Niggle. It's terrible trying to serve in the shop. Honestly, it's shocking in there, Gert.
Oh, now there's somebody else.
It's that little girl from down the road. Hello, Rosemary.
Hello. Isn't it creepy here in the dark with just the candles? I hope the wicked wizard doesn't come in and catch us.
No, don't worry, dear. He's in the kitchen fixing the fuses.
Oh, good, because I don't like wizards and witches. Do you know, on my way down here, I hid because an ugly, wicked old witch went by.
Now, Rosemary, you mustn't talk like that about Mrs. Butler. Now, dear, what have you been doing today?
I went for a walk and I saw lots of things. I saw a man making a horse.
Making a horse?
Yes. When I saw him, he'd nearly finished. He was just nailing the feet on.
Well, isn't that nice? Now, what would you like today, Rosemary?
I would like, please, 6 bars of toffee, 4 bars of nuggets, dolly mixture, candy kisses, chocolate drops, bullseyes, and nickel resort salt.
That's a lot for a little girl. If you eat all those, you'll have tummy ache.
Oh, they're not for me. The fairies sent me down to get them. They're having a party, and I'm going to it.
Oh, that's lovely, dear, but I still think you shouldn't eat them all.
I'm not. The fairies are going to eat them.
Yes, dear, but perhaps they're just pretend fairies.
You don't believe in fairies. You're nasty, naughty ladies, and you don't believe in fairies.
Rosemary. We do believe in fairies, don't we, Kurt?
Yes, of course we do.
Are you sure?
Yes, we really believe in fairies.
Oh, good. Well, bye-bye, then.
Bye-bye. Here, just a minute, Rosemary. What about the 5 bob for the sweets?
We'll get it from the fairies. It's their party. Bye-bye.
Honestly, how much longer is old Niggle going to be? It's nearly 6 o'clock.
Oh, here we are, Mrs. Floggett. Everything is under control this time. There won't be no trouble.
Why, what have you done?
Well, instead of that fiddling little bit of wire, I've put in a dirty great 6-inch nail. It'll surprise me if that blows out. Now then. Well, I am surprised.
Oh, Mr. Niggle, have they gone again?
Oh, just a minute. This requires thought. Now, has the shop light gone?
Yes.
Has the kitchen one gone?
Yes.
The porch one gone?
Yes.
Well, they've gone again.
Amazing. The thing is, what do we do now?
Don't worry, ladies.
Mrs. Floggett? Oh, there you are.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Smead. What is it?
Well, all our lights have suddenly gone out. You've no idea how awkward it is in the dark. We can't see what we're doing. You've no idea how awkward it is. Here, why have you got the shop lit with candles? Have your lights gone as well?
No, it's Gert's birthday.
Oh, really? Many happy returns of the day.
Thanks very much. Here, Daisy, that can't be right. I've already had one this year.
It's Mr. Niggle's fault. He's been putting years on us.
You know, Mrs. Butler says she thinks it's some dozy, half-baked, ignorant idiot who don't know what he's doing, messing about with the electric wires somewhere.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because Mr.
Oh,
Niggle...
no, my ladies, I don't think you'll have any more trouble with your kitchen sink.
Hey, what are you on about?
The tap won't give you any more trouble. Get me?
Well, he never gave us any trouble
That's
before.
what I mean, if you understand me. I'll just go and switch the water on again.
But you didn't come in to fix the water.
Yes,
You
yes,
came
of
in
course.
to...
But a nod is as good as a wink to a blind horse, isn't it?
Yes, and a rolling stone gathers no moss, I'm sure.
Mrs. Doggy.
Oh, and you can lead a horse to the water. Yeah, what are we playing at? Silly devils?
It's a party of some sort, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, yes. What did you want, Emmy?
Well, I don't want to interrupt your birthday festivities any longer, but I wondered if you had some candles.
Oh, yes, thanks.
Oh, good. Well, I don't want to cause no ill feeling, but could you spare us some?
Well, we can let you have a dozen, Emmy, but that's the last we've got.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Floggett. Mrs. Butler will pop in and pay for them as soon as she finds her purse.
Oh, did she lose it when the lights went out?
Well, more or less. She lost it in the blackout in 1939.
Well, that's the end. Mr. Niggle, the sooner you get these lights on, the better. We're losing pounds in here.
Well, ladies, I've been thinking it all over, and I've come to the conclusion that the cause of all this trouble is something defective.
Yes, and I think it's you.
Well, it's nice to know you have confidence in me, ladies. Now, I'll just nip down and check the main fuses. And I'd like you to boil some water.
What for?
I'm dying for a cup of tea.
Dear,
Oh,
dear.
that Niggle.
Oh, I don't know, Daisy. I feel sorry for him sometimes. You know, he told me once he started life as a barefoot boy.
Well, I mean, none of us were born with shoes on.
No, I mean, he's a self-made man.
Yes, and didn't he make a rotten job of it? Yeah, what's that pulling up outside? Oh, it's Mr. Bell's van.
Oh, hello, Mr. Bell. Oh.
Hello. Now, I'm not Mr. Bell, you know. My name's Todd, actually.
Oh, where's Mr. Bell?
Oh, he's laid up with a cold, poor fella. Be all right in a day or so. Went to see him the other day in his room at Notting Hill. 4 guineas a week he pays. Disgusting, really, you know. Why, an aunt of mine has a room in Maida Vale. 30 bob a week, and they think the world of her. Used to be a singer, trained in Italy, sang in the Scala Milan. Nice little place, of course. Hot and cold running water, and a gas ring in the corner.
What, the Scala Milan?
No, Mr. Bell's room at Notting Hill. So you don't want any there?
Want any what?
Oh, of course, haven't tried to sell you any yet, have I?
No, but you've got a wonderful line in sales talk.
Oh, well. By the way, Mr. Bell told me there's a cracking little pub round here somewhere, the Red Lion, isn't it?
That's right. Supposed to be over 400 years old. Only, of course, there's a place in London where we come from that's even older. An uncle of ours used to go there.
Yes, he used to play the trombone there on Saturdays when they had a dance.
Married an artist. Funny woman she was, wasn't she? Girl?
Lived in a garret over a greengrocer's shop in Shepherd's Bush.
It's a lovely little place, though. Always full of very friendly people dropping in for a drink.
Oh, the Red Lion?
Oh, no. Our aunt's garret in Shepherd's Bush.
Oh, I see. Oh, well. Cheer-bye. Cheer-bye. What a funny couple. Kept changing the subject. Now, where are we? Oh, here we are, the Red Lion. Ah, there you are, miss. I'll have a whiskey and soda.
Pleasure. Whiskey? You remind me of one of my boyfriends.
Oh, you must be Greta. I heard all about you.
It's a lie.
No. I mean, George Bell's told me all about you.
Oh, you're a friend of Mr. Bell's. What's your name, then?
Well, my name's Todd, actually, but my friends call me Toddy.
Why, because you're hot or because you're half full of whiskey?
Very amusing, most amusing.
Tell me, how is
Fine, please.
it? Can't you see I'm busy? Now, as I was saying, how is Mr. Bell?
Oh, fair. Should be out again soon. Yes, I heard all about your boyfriends. Tell me, when do you think of marrying?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, no. No, I mean, what are you looking for in a husband, actually? I mean, wealth, personality, or appearance?
Your appearance, and the sooner the better. Mind you, I went out with a very well-to-do chap once. Said he was a draftsman, but I don't think he could have been much good.
Oh, why not?
Well, he never seemed to know where to draw the line. Of course, you know...
Fine, please.
Oh, do desist. Of course, you know, he'd been around.
Really? How do you know that?
Well, he had so many breach of promise suits. Every letter he wrote began, "My darling sweetheart and gentlemen of the jury."
Oh, most amusing. Aha. Of course, I get around too, you know. What? I was out last night with a nurse.
Really? Still, perhaps your mum will let you go out without one soon.
Most amusing. Yes, well, of course. So you have no steady boyfriend at the moment?
No. A while back, you know, I was engaged to a fellow, but he started breaking appointments, and then he didn't answer my letters, and then he married Judy Higgins, so I think I'll break the engagement off.
Oh, I should.
He wasn't much of a catch, mind you. I think he had a sixth sense.
Oh, why?
Well, there was no sign of the other 5. Do you know...
Fine, please.
Oh, I shall become peeved with you. Now, as I was saying, I didn't miss him, you know, for long.
I say, Greta, don't you know it's dangerous to run after other men?
Oh, it's safe enough running after them. It's when you've caught them that it starts getting dangerous. Do you know, I was out with a young chap the other night, and when we got right out in the country, his car started making funny noises. And he said, "I wonder what that is knocking."
And what did you say?
I said, "Well, don't start thinking it's opportunity." The devil, you know. Do you know, in the end, he got started after a struggle.
With the engine?
No, with me. Of course, you know...
Fine, please.
Oh, don't aggravate me. Don't. Yeah. Do you know, he belonged to a men's club. He used to stay in there till all hours nattering. I don't know. What do men talk about when they're together?
Oh, I don't know. Same as women, I suppose.
Well, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, well, must be popping along. Perhaps I'll see you again. Cheer-bye.
Oh, Tom, I'd forgotten all about you. What will I be doing next?
If you don't know, come you over here and I'll... Well, that's it, ladies. If the lights don't work this time, I'm a Dutchman.
Well, you better get your clogs on and go back to your windmill.
I can't understand it. I wonder... Here, what's happened to the street light? It's gone out.
Well, never mind the street, then. What's happened to the lights in the Red Lion?
Here, just a minute. There's not a light on in the old village.
What? Mr. Niggle.
Mr. Niggle, do you realise what you've done?
Now then, ladies, now then. Let's not be hasty in our judgments. Perhaps everyone's just having an early night.
Oh, there you are, Dave. Here,
All the lights in our house just went out all of a sudden.
Mr.
Now
Niggle.
then, Mrs. Flockett, calm yourself. Don't get excited.
What? First you fuse our lights, then the lights next door, now you put the whole village in darkness. The trouble all started in our house, and you tell us not to get excited.
Well, don't worry, ladies. It's probably a minor fault in your wiring. We'll soon have it right. Now then, if you'll bring all the candles into the kitchen, Cyril, bring my tools.
Oh, come on, Gert, we might as well.
Daisy, what's he going to do now?
Well, the rate he's going on, he'll have the whole country in darkness by 9 o'clock.
Now then, Cyril, spread those candles round the room.
Righto, Dad.
Get on to that crowbar, will you, ladies? I want you to give me a hand.
Give you a... Why, what are you going to do?
Oh, ladies, I'd have thought it was obvious to you. I'm going to tear up your floorboards.
What?
Well, that should be enough. Oh.
What are you groaning for? You haven't done anything?
No, but I've told you before, this armchair's too low. Pulling on me cramp again. Now then, Cyril, lad, down you go.
Mr. Niggle, surely you're not letting Cyril go down there.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Gerd. I didn't know you wanted to go.
I don't mean that. I mean it mightn't be safe.
Oh, no. If it was safe, I'd go down.
Well, what's he going to do down there, Mr. Niggle?
He's going to inspect the wiring and look for breaks in it. Now, just a minute, Cyril.
What are you tying that white wool round my ankle for, Daddy?
That's so as you can find your way back, lad.
Wet and half mucky down here. Dad gives me all the mucky jobs to do. Cool, there's more room down here than I thought. I bet I could stand up straight. Oh, no, I can't. Lummy, and there are a lot of rubbish down here. Old bricks, bits of wood. Oh, look, there's a Davy Crockett hat. I'll have that. Oh, sorry, Puss. Now then, did Dad say the red one's safe and the black one's dangerous, or the other way round? I'll try the red one. Ah! I suppose that means the other one's safe. Now, let's see where they go. Through this hole in the wall. I wonder if I can get through. Oh. Well, me head goes. That means the rest of me will. Oh. I'm stuck. Here. What? I can hear someone talking. Sounds like Mrs. Butler. I must be under their house.
Well, as I was saying, Emma, I acted like a perfect lady. Didn't answer and never said a word. I just drew myself up and looked at her. Then I kicked her on the shins and walked out. Emma, stop breathing so heavy over that book. You're blowing out the candle.
I'm sorry, Desiree.
Emma, you never heard a word I said.
Yes, I did, Desiree, and I'm very glad you found it.
Found what? Emma, you weren't listening. Oh, it is creepy in here with just candles. I wish the lights would go on. Stop reading that book and talk to me. What is it anyway?
It's called The Spectre of Ivy Cottage.
Don't show your ignorance. That's Spectre.
Oh, I'm sorry, Desiree.
I don't know why you fill your head with them soppy ghost stories. You'd do much better to listen to me.
Oh, but it's ever so good, Desiree. It's about two old ladies living in a cottage, and they keep hearing noises under the floor. And in the morning their hair's turned white, and they've both gone raving balmy. Oh, it's a beautiful story.
Noises under the floor. What sort of noises, Emma?
Well, a sort of tapping from under the floor.
Oh, was it?
Mrs. Butler! Mrs. Smead!
What else did they hear, Emma?
They heard strange voices calling them.
Listen, Emma, can you hear anything?
Mrs. Smead! Mrs. Butler! Yes, Desiree, I can hear tapping and somebody calling our names. Tapping and somebody calling... Oh!
Now then, Emma, don't panic. All you have to do with ghosts is humour them.
Oh, yes.
Next time he calls you, answer him.
Yes. Well, why don't you answer him?
It's your house. It's your ghost.
Mrs. Smead! Mrs. Butler! Excuse me. Mr. I can hear you. Was there something you wanted? Is that you, Mrs. Smead? Yes, this is I, Emma Gertrude Smead, Esquire.
Don't be so formal, Emma. You'll offend him.
Desiree, are you a ghost from another age?
No, I'm Cyril from the shop next door.
Oh, hear that, Desiree. Cyril, what are you doing down there?
I'm stuck here. Would you go next door and fill my bed? Tell your dad. I'll tell him all right. Come on, Emma. I'll bet it's them two in Floggets. It's some nasty scheme they've evolved.
Now, don't be hasty, Desiree. I mean, we don't want to cause no ill feeling, do we?
Oh, don't we? Oi, you two, where are you?
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
I'd like an expurgation of what your shop boy is doing under our floor.
Your floor? What do you mean? He's under our floor.
You may have put him down under your floor, but he's come up under ours.
Oh, it's probably the gypsy in him. It's made him wander.
Well, he's wandered once too often. I could have him for trespass, you know, and you two for aiding and abetting. Disgrace.
Now, steady, dearie. You see, Mrs. Floggett, she's annoyed because she thinks he went under there to spy on her.
What, I spy on you? You're the one who does the spying. Look at your eyes. They're still bloodshot from Knothole Street.
That's enough. You're always talking about me spying and eavesdropping. You were on about it again yesterday.
How do you know?
Well, she had her ear to the wall and she heard you.
I know. I can still see the distemper on her ears.
That's enough. You better get that boy out of it. You've got no respect for the privacy of the individual.
Oh, I know where you got that bit from, out of your rent book.
Never mind that. I want to know what you're going to do about that boy. Always causing trouble, you two are.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't responsible for all this trouble with the lights. Just a minute.
Now what's going on in your horrible little mind?
First all the lights go out, and then we find that boy under the floor. I reckon you are responsible for it all.
Yes. Well, about Cyril, we'll call him back.
You can't. He's trapped there. He can't get out.
What?
Ladies, Cyril hasn't returned and I'm very worried.
Why?
Well, who's going to make my tea in the morning?
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Niggle. We know where he is. You and your bright ideas. He's gone under next door's floor and he's trapped.
Trapped? Quick, let's see if we can establish contact with the lad. Into the kitchen.
Oh, dear, Mrs. Floggett, what made that hole in the floor?
Woodworm. Cyril? Cyril? You all right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, lad. I'll soon have you out.
Oh, don't hurry, Dad. I found an old comic down here and it's one I ain't read.
Oh. You really? Well, bring it up when you come. I probably haven't read it either.
Cyril, where are you stuck?
I'm jammed in a hole in the wall between the houses. If you could give me a pull from the other side, I'll be all right.
Huh. I suppose you let this fathead Niggle make all this mess and put all your floorboards up. You want your heads red.
Fear not, lad. Help is coming. Now then, Miss Gert, if you'll grab that crowbar and follow me, Mrs. Butler will lead the way.
Lead the way where?
Into your place, of course. It's obvious I'll have to tear up your floorboards now.
It's a lovely morning, Daisy. I've opened up the shop. What a night it was last night.
You're not kidding. Old Niggle tears up our floor, then old Mother Butler's, then he drops the crowbar on his foot and goes home to bed sulking.
But whatever he did, the lights came on, so he did earn the 50 bob he charged us.
Did he? I don't know so much. Listen to this bit in the paper, Gert. Due to a failure at the power station, the old Strawbridge and Russet Green area was without lights for some hours last night. The fault was rectified by 10 p.m. Well, of all the things.
Well, I'm blowed. Still, never mind, Daisy. It's turned out all right. Except that old Niggle forgot to put these floorboards back.
Yes, that's right. And here, that's not all he's forgotten.
What do you mean?
Cyril? Cyril?
Yes, Mrs. Floggett?
Stick your mouth under that knot, old boy, and I'll pour you down a cup of tea.
You've been listening to Floggits with Elsie and Doris Waters, Joan Sims, Hugh Paddick, Iris Vandeleur, and Ron Moody. The script was by Terry Nation, John Junkin, and Dave Freeman, and this recorded production was by Bill Gates.
What's the matter, Max? You're very late. You've kept the band waiting.
I'm awfully sorry, old boy, really. I was walking along here in the blackout, you know, and I was saving my torch on account of the batteries being so hard to get.
Yes, they are.
Well, I was feeling my way along. I crashed right into a fella. I said, hello, where am I going? He said, in the river. I'm just coming out. Then he disappeared in the blackout. It's a good job he did.
Yeah.
I'd have had a row. Anyhow, I hurried along here. Just as I got here, just around the corner, I saw a chink of light shining under a fellow's door. There were no ARP men about, so I thought it my duty to go up and knock on the door, which I did.
That's right.
A big fellow answered the door. He said, what do you want?
What do you say?
I said, do you realize there's some light shining underneath your door?
What did he say?
He said, blimey, they're not coming here on their hands and knees, are they? And he slammed the door in my face. It's a good job he did. I'd have had a row. You see, I've always been quite hasty, and I blow up like a bubble. and I say things that I honestly don't mean. Well, I'll have to cure this habit or I'll get myself in trouble. And I'll finish up by making quite a scene. For instance, only yesterday I tried to cross the road. I nearly got run over by a car. I shouted to the fellow, "Learn to drive, you little toad, the ugly little midget that you are." He stopped and then got out, and I could see that the chap was over 6 feet tall and looked just like a tree. He said, "What was that you said?" I said, "Who said?" He said, "You said." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes, you." I said, "Not me." He said, "I've half a mind to thrash you." I said, "Thrash who?" He said, "Thrash you." And I stood back there astounded at his flow of repartee. He said, "I know just what you thought." I said, "Who thought?" He said, "You thought." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes, you thought I was small. So in future, be more careful." I said, "Bet your life I will be." Then he got back in his car, and that was all. A week ago today, I went to supper with a girlfriend. She's the girlfriend when her husband's not about. Well, I knew that it was risky and that anything might happen if he suddenly came in and found us out. Still, we sat and had some supper, then we polished off the gin. Then she said, "My husband's listening at the door." I said, "Let the blighter listen. Come on, let's have one more kiss. If he comes in here, I'll smash him on the jaw." The door then opened widely with a crash, and he stood there like a giant as he curled his huge moustache. He said, "What was that you said?" I said, "Who said?" He said, "You said." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes, you." I said, "Not me." He said, "I really ought to kill you." I said, "Kill who?" He said, "Kill you." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yes, you." I said, "But how?" He says, "You'll see." I said, "But you'd be hung for murder." He said, "Who would?" I said, "You would." He said, "Me?" I said, "Yes, you." He said, "You're right. I shall have to think that over." I said, "What?" He said, "What you said." I said, "Yes, well, I'll be going now. Good night."
Phew, there's something funny around here. What is it? Oh, it's you. Come here and sit down. You're going to have the truth told about you and put on record. Here, please do not sit too close to me. I've just had my breakfast. Thank you. Who put salt in the sugar bowl? Who put fireworks in the coal? Who put a real live toad in the hole? My brother. Who put jam in mother's shoe? Who made real caterpillar stew? Who locked Grandad in the loo? My brother. My brother said it wasn't he who put shampoo in Grandma's tea. My brother said that it was me. My brother's rotten. Who squeezed toothpaste round the hall? Who put soot in the baby's ball? Who drew things on the garden wall? My brother. You ought to see what he drew. Oh, what a surprise. Nobody knew what it was really, but everybody had a jolly good idea. And he wrote slogans. "Down with young mothers," that was one. Because he don't think my mum knows how to bring us up right. I don't think so either. You know, every night when we're wide awake, she makes us go to bed. And then in the morning when we're fast asleep, she makes us get up. Whose pet mouse made Auntie shriek? Who ate glue and couldn't speak? What clever dick was sick for a week? My brother. Who keeps maggots in a tin? Plays the twist on his violin? Who's been getting at the gin? My brother. He looks just like a chimney sweep, but dirt, they say, is just skin deep. I know he's good when he's asleep. But you don't know what he's dreaming about, do you? Who wouldn't mind if I ride his bike? Who lets me shoot his gun if I like? Who says I'm best at football, ludo, snakes and ladders, hide and seek, chasing each other up and down the garden, pinching little girls up the high street? Well, he's got to say I'm best because I'm bigger than he is, and if he don't say I'm best at everything, I'll bash him. Ha ha! My lovely, lovely brother. Come on, mate, let's get out of here before you fall down the hole in the middle. Come on, give us your hand. We're going to walk. Here, what have you had in your hand? Have you? 4.
we present Harry Worth in Things Could Be Worse, written by David McKellar and David Renwick, with John Baddeley, John Graham, and Miriam Margolyes. Episode 9, The Wedding.
Well, it's no use. It's no use. I cannot go through with it, Derek. I know this wedding, it was all a mistake for me. How can I be sure I'm doing the right thing? It's such a big step for a man like me to take. Who knows? I may come to regret this day for as long as I live. Let's call it off, Derek. Phone the church, send a message to the bride. Tell them I don't want to do it.
Harry.
Yes.
Look, I'm the one that's getting married. You're only the best man.
I'm sorry, Derek. No, I shouldn't be letting you down at a time like this. Not today of all days. I should be grateful that you asked me to be best man at your wedding. It's a tremendous honor.
Yes, well, I'd like to think so, Harry. I mean, after all, you were always a great mate of my dad's, and since we have become great friends...
Yes, and I appreciate your very generous gesture. I'm really delighted that you, your bride, and your mother thought me reliable and well-organized enough to do this job.
Yes, well, I won't pretend there weren't arguments, of course. Mother did name a couple of people she said she would rather have as best man, but...
Did she really? Such as?
Ronald Biggs, Crippen, Mussolini. I know, that's just a little joke, you see.
She's got a great sense of humour, your mother.
Yes. Look, listen, we've got now just about an hour before we've got to go to the church. Now, is everything ready? I mean, we haven't forgotten anything, have we?
Please, I am the best man. The wedding arrangements are my job.
Yes, and everything is under control.
Yeah, and to make sure that everything goes like clockwork, I have compiled a list.
Ah.
Here it is. Number 1 on the list is 1 pound of broccoli and a new tin of Wizzo scouring powder.
Yes. What do we need broccoli and scouring powder for?
We don't.
Well, what did you read it out for?
It's on the list.
What list?
My shopping list. 1 pound of broccoli. 2 tin of Wizzo. 3 2 pints of milk. 4 for list re-wedding. Turn over. Oh, I see. Oh, all right, I'll turn over. Here we are. This is it. Number 1. Explain to Derek what a serious and momentous step he is taking. Yes, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize what a serious and momentous step you are taking?
Yes, I do.
Ah, well, that's cleared that up then. Because I think it's only fair to warn you that it costs a lot of money to get married.
But I know.
Yes, and it costs even more to get a divorce.
Yes.
You cannot get it on the national health.
Now, come on, Harry, get on with it.
All right. Number 2, having checked with Derek that he wishes to go ahead, check with Derek if we've had a rehearsal of the wedding ceremony. Tell me, Derek, have we had a rehearsal of the wedding ceremony?
No.
Right. We'd better do that. Now, there are 4 parts in this: the bride, the groom, the best man, and the vicar. Which part do you want to play?
Bridegroom.
Good thinking. And I will play the part of the best man. Now, that just leaves Daphne Jane, the bride, and the Reverend Arnold Jones, the vicar. Now, I suggest that I play the part of the vicar for the time being.
Yes, right. Now, tell me, what about Daphne?
Yes, it's a shame she's not here. No matter, she doesn't have a lot to say. So we'll use this standard lamp and pretend that is the bride. Come to think of it, there is a strong resemblance.
Do you mind? Listen, I mean, she's not all that thin.
No, it was a shade. Very similar to that big hat she was wearing the other week.
No, just please, Harry, just get on with it, will you?
Right. Now, for reasons of convenience, we'll dispense with the standard lamp being led down the aisle. Now, we'll start where the vicar says, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today..." No, that doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound like a vicar. It's more like this. "Dearly beloved, gathered here today to join together these 2 people in holy matrimony..."
Yes, all right, Harry.
I know.
Yes.
I know what you're going to say. It's not quite there, is it? Do you think I should give it a bit more feeling? "Dearly beloved..."
Harry, I'm not really worried what he sounds like, just as long as the words are there.
Well, do you think my shirt on back to front for the dog collar? Yes?
No, Harry, I don't think that's really necessary. Not at all, no.
All right, then. Look, we'll go from that bit where you come in.
Yes.
"Derek Malcolm, do you take this standard lamp to be your lawful wedded wife?"
I'm not marrying a standard lamp, Harry.
No, you're quite right. I got carried away. Let me see. How does it go now? "Do you, Derek Malcolm, take this woman, Daphne Jane, to be your lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold, to love, to cherish, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, sickness in health, something or other, for as long as you both shall live?"
I do.
Well done. You know your bit all right, Derek. Would you like to run through it again just to fix it in your mind?
No, I think I can remember that, Harry. I mean, all I've got to say is, I do.
Yes, but it is an emotional moment. You might get the words in the wrong order and say, do I?
No. It's all right. I think I'll be all right.
Oh, that's all right then. Now then, what is the next wedding essential? Here we are. It's a good thing I made a note of it. The bride.
Yes, well, that is pretty essential, Harry, yes.
The bride, yeah, it certainly is. Tell me, does she know about the wedding?
No, I was hoping to surprise her, Harry. I thought, I might just spring it on her when she wasn't looking. What are you talking about? Of course she knows about it.
Well, I'm glad about that because you cannot be too careful. It's important that she knows the right time of the wedding. She might get mixed up in another service and get married to the wrong man. No doubt she'll be wearing one of those veils, and you can't always see what you're doing behind those veils, you know.
Well, I wouldn't know. I mean, I don't wear them that often, really. And look, take it from me, Daphne knows all the details.
Good. Very good. I like that.
Talking about what is?
You don't wear them very often.
Well, hold on. Just get on with the list, Harry.
Yeah, here we are. Taxi. Has it been booked? Answer, yes. Bridesmaids' presents. Have you bought them? Answer, yes. Bridesmaids' presents, I have bought them.
You're still sure that those 2 toast racks are a good idea, Harry?
These toast racks are always a safe gift at a wedding, Derek.
Yes, I know, but I mean, the bridesmaids, they are only 10 years old.
Yeah. They both eat toast. Yes. I take great pains to get everything right for this wedding, you know. Go about it in a clear, methodical way. You cannot go wrong. There's nothing worse than those people who get all ruffled, run round everywhere, panicking all the time.
All right, that's it. It's all off. It's finished. The wedding is off. You can forget about the whole thing. That's it. It's over.
See what I mean? That's the type of person I'm talking about.
Mother, what has happened?
I cannot find my eyebrow pencil. That's it. It's off. It's all off.
Don't get alarmed, Mrs. Wyatt. Be calm. Stay cool and collected.
Cool and collected?
That is what I said.
You think I could turn up at the church with my eyes like this? Would ruin everything. Everything. I'd be a laughing stock.
No. I'm sure you wouldn't be a laughing stock. I'm sure you would not be a laughing stock. Let me look at you. Ah, you're so right. When did you... I beg your pardon. When did you last see your eyebrow pencil?
I had it last night. I could have sworn I put it down on the sideboard here.
The sideboard?
Yes.
Not here now. What does this pencil... What does it look like?
For good heaven's sake, it's a pencil.
I see.
Only it's special. It's a cosmetic pencil for lining your eyebrows.
Yes, but you see, I can't imagine anyone wanting to steal an eyebrow pencil.
For heaven's sake, really? What's the matter with you? An eyebrow pencil?
Don't worry, please calm down. I am the best man. This is what the best man is for, to deal with these little emergencies. I'll go out and buy you another eyebrow pencil. Now, what should I ask for?
Well, it's a number 17, teenage girl, burnt honey eyeliner.
Is it?
Yes.
Better write this down. It's number 17.
Teenage girl.
Oh, this pencil's broken. They're not very good, these pencils, these days. The lead seems to be so brittle.
Let me look at that. Oh, I might have guessed. You've been using my eyebrow pencil to write with. Look what you've done to it.
Yes, you're right, Mrs. Wyatt. I am sorry. I must have picked it up without thinking.
Look, Derek, I said it was a mistake to make him best man. Didn't I say so
Yes,
all along?
Yes, you did say so, Mother, yes.
Yes, I haven't forgotten the performance when he was best man at my wedding. Dropping the ring down that grating outside the church.
Ah, you've forgotten. I managed to get it out, didn't I?
Yes, and we had to hold the service up for 2 hours while the grating was removed from your hand. You mark my words, Derek. It'll be chaos from the word go with him around. He'll mess everything up. We might as well call it off now. Call it all off.
Yes, it's wonderful. It's nice to know you have so much faith in me, Mrs. Wyatt. After all, it was a simple error just now, picking up the wrong pencil. Anybody could have made the same mistake.
You underestimate yourself, Mr. Worth.
I assure you, there is nothing to be afraid of. I have all my duties carefully rehearsed. I have bought the presents for the bridesmaid. I have a little speech all ready for the reception. I am all prepared to read out the telegrams, and I've phoned for the taxi to take us to the church.
I see. And what about the most important thing of the lot, eh? The ring? I bet you've already lost that this morning.
No, I have not already lost that this morning.
Thank heavens for that.
I lost it yesterday morning.
I knew it.
Wait, I found it again. You know where it was? It had slipped down the side of my armchair. I spent half the morning with my arm wedged down it. But look on the bright side, I say. As well as finding the ring, I also recovered a pair of glasses, 3 barley sugars, and a chocolate biscuit. I've given that chocolate biscuit up for lost 3 years ago. Furthermore, the whole exercise has taught me a very valuable lesson.
Has it?
Never try to eat a chocolate biscuit that's been lost for 3 years. I have a theory.
Yes.
The reason that wedding rings are always being lost is because of their size. They're so small they can slip off anywhere and are very difficult to find again. So, I have come up with the answer.
Now, don't tell me a 6-foot-wide wedding ring.
No, it would slip off your finger. No, what I have done is to put the wedding ring inside its little box, and the little box into a bigger box, and the bigger box inside this...
Even bigger box.
...suitcase. Now then, I think you'll agree with me. I hope you'll agree with me that it would be very difficult for me to absent-mindedly mislay a whole suitcase.
I'll admit that would tax even your powers quite a bit.
Well, thank you for that mark of trust.
Not at all.
Yes, your son's ring is safe inside here. I checked only this morning. There is no possible way I can lose this suitcase between here and the church. Is there?
Don't let's tempt Providence, Mr. Worth.
Yeah, well, I think Harry's being very sensible, Mother. That's a very good idea, Harry.
Ah, well, thank you, Derek. Now then, I think we should get a move on. The taxi will be here to pick us up at any minute. Yes. In fact, I can hear a car coming now.
What's that?
Well, it sounded rather like 2 cars skidding into one another and crashing.
Well, let's go outside and see.
Right, come on.
Yes, it appears 2 taxis have run into each other. Anybody hurt?
No, we're not hurt, but we've smashed up each other's engines good and proper. Why didn't you look where you were going? This is a very narrow bend just here. Why, you should have looked where you was going, mate. I mean, you were on the inside.
No. I don't understand it. Now, look here, cabby. Which address were you going to?
I was coming to your house, Mrs. 17 Canberra Gardens.
I see. And you?
I was coming to your house, Mrs. 17 Canberra Gardens.
Mr. Worth?
Yes? I think a word of explanation might be in order here, Mrs. White.
Yes, I think it might, Mr. Worth.
You see, working on the principle that when one phones for a taxi, something always goes wrong. Well, it either breaks down or it is late. I decided the safest thing to do would be to cover myself and ring 2 different taxi firms, so that we would be doubly sure. If one taxi hadn't turned up, we'd always got the other one.
Yeah, well, we both turned up, didn't we? And as a direct result of both turning up, we've smashed into each other on this narrow bend. Now, neither of us can take you to church. Look at this mess. What are we going to do about it?
Yeah. There's only one thing we can do.
What?
Ring for another taxi.
Derek, you go and phone for one.
Yes, Mother.
Look, I'm warning you, Mr. Worth. One more bungle from you and I shall stop this wedding from going ahead. Do you hear?
Mrs. White, now, don't worry. We've had our little mishap for the day now. Nothing else can possibly go wrong after this. Well, here we are, Derek.
Yes.
We're about a quarter of an hour early. We made it in very good time.
Yes, Harry.
Yes?
I think you're meant to sit on this side of the aisle.
Oh, right. I'll come over. Yeah. I think we shall be all right now.
Yeah, have you got the ring?
Thank you for reminding me. It's still in the suitcase. The vicar let me put it in the vestry. I'll just pop through and get the ring out. Won't worry, I won't be a second.
Yeah, Derek.
Yes, what is it, Mother?
Where's he gone to now, that Worth man?
Right, he's just popped into the vestry.
Oh, he hasn't lost the ring, has he?
Well, no, of course he hasn't lost the ring, Mother, no. It's still in the suitcase, and the suitcase is in the vestry. Now, stop worrying. I've got every faith in Harry.
That's what they said about the Titanic. Look, he's coming out again. Looks a bit worried. I bet he's lost it.
Derek.
Yes.
A word in your ear.
I knew it!
Harry. You haven't lost the wedding ring, have you?
No. I haven't lost the wedding ring.
Yeah, oh, Mother, you see what I tell you? Of course, I knew Harry wouldn't let me down. Where is it then, Harry?
I haven't lost the wedding ring. I'm afraid I've lost the other ring.
What other ring?
The ring on which I keep my keys, on which is the key which unlocks the suitcase. Inside which is the wedding ring.
I knew it. I knew something would go wrong. I said it, Derek. I said it all along. It was just the same at my wedding.
Please do not panic. You're rocking the pew.
Oh, sorry.
The war is not yet lost. We may be able to open the suitcase somehow.
Yes, well, look, we've got no time to lose. Come on, let's get into the vestry. Oh, no, Mother, you just wait here.
I said this would happen. Derek, he should never have been made best man.
Now, you're sure this case won't open?
No use. I remember clearly locking it up.
And you have definitely lost your keyring?
I've searched every pocket. It's gone.
Harry, look, this is desperate.
No, it is not.
Harry, we have only got about 12 minutes before Daphne arrives.
Daphne?
Daphne, the bride.
Oh, yes, I remember her. Yes. You're right, it is desperate. Have no fear. Now, I saw a play once in which something similar to this, it took place.
Yes.
A girl wanted to get into a locked case without a key. She managed to unlock it by jiggling about with the catch.
Great. How did she do it?
She used a wedding ring. If the...
We haven't got a wedding ring. If we had a wedding ring, we wouldn't need to open the case, would we?
Well, we'll have to use something else. Have you got any hair grips on you?
No, I've left me hair grips. What are you talking about? Of course I haven't got any hair grips on me. Now, Harry, please, just fancy letting me down like this. After me telling Mother that you could be trusted.
Derek, now rest assured I will not let you down. We'll get this case open if it's the last thing we do.
Ah, good morning, my sons, and how are you? Let me say how pleasant and gratifying it is for me to officiate for you on this most auspicious and ceremonious of liturgical occasions.
Good morning. Are you the vicar?
Yes. You are the best man, I understand.
That's right.
Then it is to you I should hand over these telegrams and letters. They've just arrived at the church hall.
It's very kind of you, Vicar. However, we have a slightly more pressing problem on our hands at the moment.
You see, the wedding ring's locked in this case, and we have lost the key to the case.
Oh, dear. Then perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Good idea. Let us pray.
I was thinking of something a little more practical, really. Can we not force the lock?
Force the lock? How do you mean, force the lock?
Well, if I had a 3-inch jemmy, a medium thick grain file, and a standard 2mm gauge crowbar, it would be no trouble, of course.
Of course. Pardon?
Oh, sorry, I just slipped into the criminal vernacular. That's the way burglars and safecrackers and people talk, I believe. I learned quite a lot when I was doing 6 months at Strangeways.
6 months at Strangeways? Derek, could I have a word?
As prison chaplain, you understand.
Oh.
Yes. Well, to the best of my knowledge, Vicar, we don't have a 3-inch jemmy, thick grain crowbar, or 2mm file.
Wait. We do have this penknife of mine. Let's see. There could be something on here which might help us. It has a blade, a bottle opener, thing for getting stones out of horses' hooves. They always put one of those on, don't they? Why? They can't be much good. You never see a horse carrying one around. What else have we got? Corkscrew, screwdriver, and a prong for cleaning out your pipe. None of which suggests itself as useful.
Oh, just one moment. I have a packet of fuse wire here. Perhaps you could fiddle around in the lock with that.
That's a good idea. Look, give it to me. I'll try. Yes, my word. I should be able to do something if I... Yes. There. Oh.
Mr. Worth?
Yes?
I hate to interrupt.
Not at all. What is it, Vicar?
Shouldn't you take it out of the packet first?
Look, I don't think it's going to work. I haven't got the knack anyway. How much longer have we got left, Derek?
We've got about 6 minutes. Daphne will be here very soon.
And I have to start the service on time. I've got a funeral at past. It wouldn't do if the two events clashed. You could end up getting married to...
Yes, please. Let's get a move on then. I say, Vicar.
Yes?
I suppose there's no chance of leaving it in there, is there? You know, with this suitcase I thee wed.
Quite out of the question, I'm afraid, Mr. Worth.
Well, in that case, we'll have to cut it open. Look, put it onto the desk. I'll have a go with my penknife.
Look, it's obvious we're not going to cut that case open with that little thing. It's all blunt.
You're right. 4 minutes left. Right, only one answer. The fire brigade.
The fire brigade?
The fire brigade. They're always good at getting people's heads out of the railings.
What's that got to do with it?
The principle is the same. They could force a lock. Have you a phone, Vicar?
Just over there.
Right. Leave everything to me. You two can get back out there into the church. Otherwise, people might start worrying that something is wrong.
What do you mean there is something wrong?
Of course. All the more reason why they might start worrying. Come on now. Off you go.
Oh, very well.
Yeah, but please, Harry, please, be quick.
Yeah. Hello?
Emergency. Which service do you require? Fire, police, or ambulance?
Fire, please. It's very urgent.
Oh, where are you ringing from, caller?
St. Martin's Church, West Street.
And what was it again you wanted? Police?
Fire.
Pardon?
Fire.
Oh, dear, I'm sorry. The line's ever so bad.
Fire, fire, fire!
Oh, good heavens, good heavens. One moment, caller. I'm connecting you. Hello? Fire station, I have a call for you from a man at St. Martin's Church, West Street, who keeps shouting, fire, fire.
Well, put him on, William.
You're through, caller?
Hello? Is that the fire brigade?
Yes, sir, that's St. Martin's Church, West Street, is it?
Yes, that's right.
All right, there's nothing to worry about, sir. Nothing to worry about. We're coming straight over.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Now, listen to me very carefully, sir. Is there anybody there in the church at the moment?
Oh, yes. It's packed full.
Oh, good heavens. This could be a very difficult case for us.
Oh, it certainly is a difficult case. The lock won't open, you see.
You mean you can't get out of the door?
Well, oh, no. There's nothing wrong with the door.
Oh, thank goodness. Look, get everybody in that church outside as quickly as possible.
Eh? Get everybody...
Outside as quickly as possible.
Oh, well, yes, if you say so.
Well, of course I say so. The place is on fire.
Oh, good heaven. Right, I will. Yes, straight away.
It's Daphne, Mother. She's arrived. Oh, dear. Where's Harry got to with that ring?
Fire, fire, everybody outside immediately. The place is on fire, fire, fire.
Oh, what is happening, Mr. Worth?
The fire brigade says this church is on fire. Everybody's got to get out straight away.
I can't see any fire.
Nor can I. But the fire brigade says there's a fire. And they're very experienced, you know. I wouldn't want to argue with them.
Oh, he's quite right. Come on, everybody. If the fire service says we must get out, we must get out.
Good, the firemen are here. They'll soon deal with this now.
Okay, men, take in 2 hoses. Jim, Len, Eric, stand by with the breathing apparatus. Jerry, switch the turntable ladder on.
Well, this is very odd, Derek. I phone about a ring, and they come to put a fire out.
Yes.
Where's the fire?
Well, I don't know, but anyway, there's a fireman coming across now. He might be able to tell us.
Which one of you was it I spoke to on the phone?
It was me, officer. I'm the one you told about the fire.
Yes, well, wait a minute. Let's get this right. I told you about the fire?
That's right.
No, it isn't right. You rang to tell us about the fire.
No, I didn't even know about the fire until you told me.
Well, I didn't tell you.
Yes, you did.
How could I have told you about the fire when there isn't a fire? My men have just been inside. There's no fire at this church at all.
Then, with respect, officer, why did you tell me there was?
Well, I didn't tell you there was. You told us. The operator who put you through said you'd rung her up from St. Martin's Church shouting fire, fire.
That was because I wanted the fire brigade. Not because there was a fire.
Well, if there wasn't a fire, why did you want the fire brigade?
To cut a hole in a suitcase.
Why did you want to cut a hole in a suitcase?
Simple. So we could get the ring out.
Get the ring out?
Yes, you know, like people's heads out of the railing.
Now, look, sir, if you wanted us for some other purpose other than to put out a fire, why didn't you say so when I spoke to you?
Because you were too busy telling me to evacuate the building and get everybody outside. I naturally assumed you knew something we didn't.
I see, sir. Well, I shall be making a full report of all this to my chief officer. And in the meantime, I suggest you be a little more careful in future about calling us out in a wild goose chase. Come on, men, let's get back.
Just one thing before you all go back inside, officer.
What the hell is it now?
Well, could you spare a second to open the suitcase, please? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It is now my pleasure and duty to introduce the best man, a man who needs no introduction.
Harry?
Yes?
You are the best man.
That's why I need no introduction. You know what a pleasure it is to stand here and share the happiness of Derek and Daphne, who, despite all the difficulties of this day, are now man and wife. What a pity that naughty Derek did make one mistake. You see, the wedding ring he bought for Daphne was a little large and will have to be changed. This is quite a coincidence, because the one I'm wearing is more than a little tight, which...
Harry.
Oh.
That ring on your finger, Harry.
I know. Before you and your mother have a word with me, Derek, the toast is, things could be worse.
Things could be worse.
Be Worse starred Harry Worth with John Baddeley, John Graham and Miriam Margolyes. The script was written by David McKellar and David Renwick, and the programme produced by Simon Brett.
Whoa! Believe, this is my record. Right, go. Now down in the meadow, in a little fishy pool, lives 3 little fishes and a mama fishy too. Now swim, said the mama fishy, swim if you can. Are you taking the mickey? So they swam and they swam right over the dam. There was George. Who didn't that want me? There was Perce. Who didn't that want me? And there was Cecil. Didn't that want He was a snob. He was dying to get into an aquarium. So they swam and they swam right over the dam. All right, whoa! Don't start that again. Right. Now stop, said the mama fishy. You'll get lost. Oh, I'll pay you. Ooh. I hope you won't get the impression I'm mad, because I'm not. But the 3 little fishes weren't going to be bossed. Come on, they said, let's go out on a spree. Oh, so they swam and they swam right down to the sea. George, what didn't that want? Perce, what didn't that want? So they swam and they... Wait a minute, we've lost Cecil. Cess, come on, boy, get up there. What didn't that want? Well, there's no need to fly into a passion. So they swam and they swam right down to the sea. Gosh, said the little fishes, here's a lot of fun. We'll play around here until day is done. This is ridiculous, isn't it? They swam and it was a lark. Till all of a sudden, they saw a shark. Shark. What did that want? What did that want? Wait a minute, I'm choking myself. Never mind. Oh, said the little fishes, here's a lot of whales. So quick as they could, they turned on their tails. Ah, that shook it, didn't it? You thought the needle had stuck. I'm a little tinker. And back to the pool in the meadow they swam. They swam and they swam back over the dam. George, what didn't that want? Perce, what didn't that want? Cecil, oh, quick, oh, quickly. Oh, no. Well, that was the end of the 3 little fishes, who ended their lives as whale meat dishes. And here is the moral. Never disobey your mam, and swim over the dam, or you'll end up as ham, lamb, or a jam. And now, scram.
Now, Johnny Brown from London town was born in Lambeth Walk. And now that Johnny's growing up, they're teaching him to talk. Maybe in society, they think his accent's bad. But down our street, they think that he's a credit to his dad. Johnny Brown was 2 today. What do you think they heard him say? 40,000 feathers on a brush. No one but a Cockney kid could say the way that Johnny did. 40,000 feathers on a brush. Mum was so excited, Dad was so delighted. Bells in every steeple rang out to tell the people, London's mighty proud today. Another Cockney's learnt to say, 40,000 feathers on a brush. Now then, fellows, off to be. Let's sing it like the BBC. 40,000 feathers on a brush. Market cat, that's not the way. Now what would Stuart Hibbert say? 40,000 feathers on a thrush. Purse the mouth politely. Wet the whistle slightly. All together brightly. A one, a two.
And same to you.
Now turn it up, you saucy clot. I'm coming down here to do the lot.
40,000 feathers on the front.
Professor William Cotton will now address the gang and tell you all about the thrush in good old rhyming slang.
Every little thrush has got a weasel and a stoat. When you say his weasel, you're talking to his throat. 40,000 feathers on a thrush. His weasel is the lining of his bushel and peck. A bump on the bushel is a pimple on the neck. 40,000 feathers on a thrush. First you've got his weasel, then you've got his bushel. Next you've got his bubble. His bubble and squeak is blooming big. Taken all together, he's Richard the Third. So when you get the Richard there, giving you the bird. 40,000 feathers on a thrush.
You are a coward.
40,000 feathers.
Yeah.
40,000 feathers.
Yeah.
40,000 feathers on a thrush.
Is the correct answer, and you win the Spahn Prize of a pair of revolving cardboard socks. Hello!
Mr. Sellers, kindly remove that huey green disguise and give a rapid impression of the Ouslam bird. Gone and never called me mother. Dirty British coaster with a salt cake smokestack.
You filthy swine.
As I was saying, dirty British coaster with a salt cake smokestack, butting through the channel in the Mad March days. Isn't that by the poet laureate? Nonsense, it's by Masefield.
Jim Masefield. I know another one. He's by Kipling. On the road to Mandalay, where the flying fishes play, and the dawn comes up like thunder.
Up China, across the bay.
Got him. I couldn't resist him. He was so beautifully marked.
Naturally. He was just back from the laundry.
Oh. So gather round me, lads, while I recount it. All right. There's a little green-eyed idol to the north of Kathmandu, but the wind blew up the chimney just the same. And when it came to water, we...
The tale Bloodnock told was of India, 1902, from the year of the same name. Yes. I was fresh out of Sandhurst, and it wasn't long before I joined the army. It was a proud moment when my backman sewed those two gleaming pips onto the seat of my trousers.
I see you worked your way up from the bottom, sir. Congratulations on you becoming a second lieutenant.
Yes. To think, just a month ago, I was only a brigadier. Now let me view myself in the commissioned ranks only mirror.
Oh, it's never done that before, sir.
Well, I'll make damn sure it doesn't do it again. Take it out and shoot it. Oh, Dad. How I look forward to a day on the battlefield.
I say, Seeger's old chap.
Why, it's Nigel Sponley of the Third Long Things.
Yes. Grand news.
What, Nigel?
The regiment's sailing tonight for active service.
Active service? Does that mean fighting?
Yes.
Oh, my leg! My leg, it's gone.
Quick, after it.
In a few bounds, Nigel Sponley had the leg trapped by the throat and returned it to me. But it was a close thing.
Damn close.
Pardon me, Lieutenant Son, sir. The CO wants to see you in his dressing gown.
Right. I'll change at once. Seagull reporting, sir.
Come in.
Thank you.
What's your phone number?
Spawn 349, sir.
Spawn 349. Answer that, Seagoon.
Hello, Seagoon here.
Seagoon, come over to my office right away.
Right, sir.
Come in.
Seagoon reporting, sir.
You're a devilish difficult chap to get hold of.
Yes, sir. I always grease myself as a precaution.
That's a jolly good one, that is. Ah, Joe. Oh, dear. Seagoon, this is Commander Greenslade, R.A.
How do you do? Seagoon, I have here the editor of the Naffy Quarterly.
How do you do? Gentlemen, I have here in this cardboard suitcase Count Jim Thighs Moriarty, confidential bus conductor to the President of France and war correspondent of Health and Sun.
How do you do, gentlemen? I have news. An outpost of the British Empire is in danger.
Tell us something new, mate.
What?
Lieutenant Seagoon, we have it on good authority from our milkman that the besieged garrison at Fort Thad on the frontier of Waziristan has lost its Union Jack.
You mean our troops don't know what side they're on?
They know which side they're on, but they can't prove it.
Dad! It must be hell out there.
It is. Now then, what we've got to do...
Here. What's going on here?
Nothing.
Oh, I'll clear off then.
See, June, we want you to take the plans of a Union Jack to Fort Thad.
The plans?
Yes. You must realize, Seagoon, that all Union Jacks are made from an original set of rare plans left behind by King Arthur in an early British waiting room, circa B.C.
You mean?
The Shifting Sons of West Erithstone, Part 3.
With the plans of the Union Jack secreted in the hip pocket of my hat, I set fire to my socks and set off hot foot for Fort Thud, which was under the command of its commander, where at this very moment, folks, they are playing his signature tune.
That's better.
Major Bloodnut, sir. The Colonel is coming. Tottenham 3 Arsenal 2, snow on high ground.
Thank you. The Colonel?
All right, sir.
Oh, chain the brandy to the wall. I know his sort.
A glass of port. I don't mind if I do.
By the great leather puttees of Jemadar Goldstein. Colonel Chinstrap, it's you, sir.
Yes, sir. Colonel Chinstrap is always me.
What a fortunate coincidence for you both.
Well, if you insist, Dennis, just a show to play.
Yes. Enough?
Just a spot more.
Yes. Cheers. Have another?
Just a small one, please.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. This is very good.
Spot more?
Oh, no. I think it's about time you had one.
Yes. Oh, yes, I will then. Does you good, you know, doesn't it?
I say, Dennis.
Yes.
Anything happened during the night?
In the night?
Yes.
Oh, the night, yes.
Yes, the night.
Well, Humphrey, the fort was attacked by 15,000 tribesmen, but they were driven off by a frenzied, shrieking figure waving a whiskey bottle.
Good heavens. Who was it?
You, sir.
Are you sure, Dennis?
Am I sure? Of course I'm sure.
Thank you.
You weren't the only one in that nightshirt, you know. Oh, it was hell in there. Well, bottoms up.
Sure. I have a toast.
Yes?
Here's to the old country, sir.
What old country?
In the old country.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Well, now, Colonel, I suppose you're wondering why you sent for me.
Yes, sir. Easy. Just a minute, my boy.
What?
Quiet out there! Blasted goldfish.
They should wear slippers, you know.
Well, if you insist, just a minute.
Yes.
Here, what's going on here?
Nothing.
Oh, clear off then.
Look, the relief columns arrived.
Send her in.
Great Scott, it's a 49 tram.
Then it's one of ours.
Gentlemen, here are the plans of the Union Jack you so desperately need.
Hooray.
Sorry I'm late, gentlemen, but your fort is 20 miles further north than it says on the map.
20 miles further north? Then it's happened again. This fort was built on shifting sands, and your combined extra weight must have set it going north again.
You're right, Colonel. Look out of the wall.
Great spawns of galloping Han! The fort's crossing the frontier into Waziristan.
Oh, I recognize that knocking. It's the devilish Waziric tribal chief, the Wad of Char.
Let me in, Bloodknock, or I'll open this door, Cornblade. No!
Curse! He knew the combination of the hinges.
I say so. Ask him what he wants while I climb out the window.
Come back! Your fort now resting on my father's domain.
How painful for him.
I warn you, Bloodknock, your fort is now in the sacred car park of Elbow. Cost you 7 and 6 an hour, mate. Pay by cash check at sunrise or we attack.
I'm warning you, Wad of Char. Unless you withdraw that threat by dawn, we'll pay.
All right, mate. And now my latest number. Yum bum balaboo.
You filthy swine. You...
I love the looks of you, the lure of you, the sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes, the arms, the mouth of you, the east, west, north, and the south of you. I love to gain complete control of you and handle even the heart and soul of you. So love at least a small percent of me do, for I love, oh, love you. Yes, all of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me? Yes. Can't you see I'm no good without you? You took the part that once was my heart. So take all of me.
The Shifting Sands of Waziristan. Part 3, The Shifting Sands of Waziristan.
Quite right, yes.
Through the night.
Yes.
On the fort's battlements.
Yes, yes, yes.
British soldiers.
Oh, yes.
Stood to for the expected attack.
Right.
Are you wearing your long winter drawers, Echo?
No, I'm not putting my winter drawers, Echo. No, I never wear them button.
Oh. And aren't you afraid of going round without wearing any of them?
No.
Oh, what courage! Do you know that you're a second Wyatt Earp?
Doesn't Wyatt Earp wear long drawers?
I do not know. I have never looked up his trouser leg.
I'll tell you something.
No.
I looked up my dad's trousers once. And I discovered something.
What?
That's where he keeps his legs. Bottle. You ever seen your daddy's legs?
No. He always takes them to work with him.
Oh, what for, Bottle?
He uses them to stop his trousers from bending.
Papa, not good, not good. Let to a dustman who takes my dust away. Let to a dustman.
Pickles! Do not look now. Right behind you, there's a pair of great big native legs.
Oh, legs?
Yeah.
Whose are they?
I'd look up his trousers and see. It's Ray Ellington.
Yes, but me playing part of Ward of Char.
The enemy immediately attacks for England. Hit, fight. Hit, strike. Hit, strike, fight, hit. Hit. Knees fall off, collapses, loses.
Oh, listen, little spirit of empire. You give me the key to Fort Gates, and me give you 4 ounces Dolly mixture.
Every man has got his price. Here is the key.
And here is 4 ounces Dolly mixture. Goodbye, mate.
Puts leading Dolly mixture into dinner hole. Savors morsel. I have been tricked. These Dolly mixtures are forgeries, made from compressed cenopods. Faints with horror, faintful thud.
What's going on here? Who's this soldier sleeping on guard? Good heavens! Private Bluebottle!
Captain, I have done a terrible thing. I gave the key to Fort Gate to the dreaded Wad of Char.
What? You'll be shot for this. Take aim, fire!
Thank you, Captain. Can I go home now?
Colonel, what are we going to do?
We'll have to drink our way out.
What the?
Oh, the Waziris are attacking.
Oh!
Anybody got a hole in the ground?
London, this is a fine time to turn coward.
I know, that's why I chose it.
Gentlemen, we'll drink our way out.
Good idea.
I'll lead the way.
You can't drink your way out of this. These tribesmen are tough. There's only one language the Waziris understand. Waziri.
Splendid. I'll address the hordes from the battlements in their own language. I say you Waziris. Some jantam pilkin. They're not answering.
What? Let me try, Humphrey.
Yes, thank you.
A Tora Makin Tora Cha Bombay Bibi Boda Cha. You're right, they're not answering, you know. Oh.
Perhaps it's a half-day closing.
Yes.
No, wait!
Yes, I couldn't agree more.
What are those lumps at the bottom of the foothills?
Poles.
Shut up, Eccles. Gentlemen, look! They're hauling Thin Tom, their long-range cannon, into position.
They're loading it.
By God, sir, they're lighting the fuse.
They are. They're pointing it at us.
They're going to fire it.
I wonder what they're up to.
Yes.
Duck!
That's no duck, that's a chicken.
By God, sir, they're firing hens at us.
A foul trick.
Exactly.
We're being shelled.
Stop cracking yolks! Through the long night, the Waziris attacked, firing their bullets from a hidden position inside their rifle barrels. Then at dawn, good tidings.
Gentlemen of the board, we have worked all night and completed the Union Jack. Owing to the shortage, I was forced to build it of wood.
Wood? How is it going to wave?
I put hinges down the middle.
Great news! Hoisted up the flagpole!
We can't do that. You say I used the flagpole to build the flag.
Yes, you see, What's that? Oh, it'll be...
I say, what's that?
It's the fort! It's sliding back on the shifting sands towards India. Look! I see the frontier approaching. There it is at the back door now.
Good morning, gentlemen, British Customs officers.
Yes, indeed. That's who we are.
Are you bringing any wines or spirits into the country?
Only a flask full of brandy, sir.
How much does it hold?
48 gallons.
I wondered why your trousers were round your ankles. 48 gallons, eh? That'll be 75 pounds in annas.
Anna doesn't live here anymore.
I was told that Anna stays here.
A magnificent film.
You can't take this fort across into India until you get rid of that brandy.
Gentlemen.
Yes?
We'll have to drink our way out of this.
Right. Volunteers, 1 pace forward. March! Name?
Chinstrap, later 1 pace back. Good health.
That was all 50 scree years ago. But to this day, a white stone marks the spot where Chinstrap saved the day.
Yes, and it carries this simple inscription. Here lies Colonel Chinstrap, drowned from the inside.
That's it. All on the backfield, Marlon Brando.
That was The Goon Show, a BBC recorded program featuring Peter Sellers, Harry Seacombe, Spike Milligan and Jack Train, with the Reddington Quartet, Max Geldray and the orchestra conducted by Wally Stott. Script by Spike Milligan and Larry Stevens. Announcer Wallace Greenslade. The program produced by Pat Dixon.
There once was an ugly duckling with feathers all stubby and brown, and the other birds in so many words said, "Get out of town. Get out. Get out. Get out of town." And he went with a quack and a waddle and a quack in a flurry of eiderdown. That poor little ugly duckling went wandering far and near, and at every place they said to his face, "Now, get out of here. Get out. Get out. Get out of here." And he went with a quack and a waddle and a quack and a very unhappy tear. All through the winter time he hid himself away, ashamed to show his face, afraid of what others might say. All through the winter in his lonely clump of weed, till a flock of swans spied him there, and very soon agreed, "You're a very fine swan indeed." Swan? Me a swan? Oh, go on. You're a swan. Take a look at yourself in the lake and you'll see. And he looked and he saw and he said, "Why, it's me. I am a swan." I'm not such an ugly duckling, no feathers all stubby and brown. For all these birds in so many words said, "The best in town." The best, the best, the best in town. Not a quack, not a quack, not a waddle or a quack, but a glide and a whistle and a snowy white back and a head so noble and high. Say, who's an ugly duckling? Not I. Make way there, fellow, don't think. Not I.
Yes, it's Benny Hill time with Jan Waters, Peter Vernon, Patricia Hayes, Frank Thornton, the Michael Sam Singers, and the BBC Review Orchestra conducted by Malcolm Lockyer. It's also time for the lad himself, Benny Hill.
Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, as we're starting a new series today, we thought it might be a good idea to go out and find out just what people really expect from a radio show. So, armed with a tape recorder, we went out into a suburban high street.
I see coming towards me now a very attractive young lady. Excuse me a minute.
Yes, what is it?
Tell me, do you like the radio?
What?
What do you think of radio?
Oh, the wireless. Yeah, we got one, I think. Yeah.
Well, do you listen to it?
What else can you do with it, you know?
Well, tell me something. Has it given you an added interest in anything?
Well, like, opera, you know. There was one on last week.
Was it Verdi?
No, it was all right.
Well, now, did it give you an additional added interest? How did it give you this interest?
Well, like, when it was, like, on at the Convent Garden, I got a couple of tickets. That was the best night me and my boyfriend ever had.
Oh, so you enjoyed seeing it as well?
No, we didn't go. I gave the tickets to my mum and dad, see. Best night we've ever had, honestly.
Well, now, I say, just a minute.
Yeah, what? What's that?
I wanted to ask you if you listen very often to the wireless.
Oh, yeah, like all the time. Like.
Good. What programs do you like best?
Well, like modern jazz, I like.
Modern jazz?
But I like that documentary program last week about Holloway Prison. That was good. That was well acted, that, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, my sister was in that.
What, the documentary program?
No, Holloway Prison. Let's see, what else do I like?
Do you like A Book at Bedtime?
Yeah. I like A Book at Bedtime, yeah.
Which one did you like best?
I think Sadie the Soho Stripper.
Sadie the Soho Stripper? But that's not a BBC program.
No, but it's on my dad's bookshelf. Excuse me, won't you?
Now, this gentleman looks as if he might be foreign. I beg your pardon, sir?
What's the matter, please?
Ah, I can tell by your accent you don't come from round here.
No, I come from Walthamstow.
Oh, now tell me, sir, what do you think of British radio programs?
I'll tell you, there was only ever one program on British radio. You know what it was? It was Toy Town. Toy Town. You know why? Because Larry the Lamb. That boy, Larry, what a boy. That boy got courage, courage. You know what happened one week? Dennis the Jackson. Go Mrs. Lucy's shop. Steal a bag of chocolate. Comes Ernest the policeman and says, who stole the chocolates? Dennis, he stole the chocolates. Don't say nothing. Oh, they're nothing. Schlamio. But Larry, what courage that boy got. He said, Mr. Policeman, I'm still the chocolates. He don't steal them, but he stands there, this little lamb, and he says, I'm still the chocolates. I tell you, that boy got courage. You know that show, Toy Town, do more to illustrate the courage of the simple British people than anything else on the radio.
Yes, but what about the other programs? Haven't you learned about the British way of life from, say, Any Questions, Comments, Today in Parliament?
No, I don't listen to the children's program.
Thank you. Well, now we return you to the studio.
And back in the studio, it's time to meet our own playmate of the week, Jan Waters.
Falling in love with love is falling for make-believe. Falling in love with love is playing for fool. Caring too much is such a juvenile fancy. Learning to trust is just for children in school. I fell in love with love one night when the moon was full. I was unwise with eyes unable to see. I fell in love with love everlasting. Oh, love fell out with me.
Most accidents, we're told, occur in the home, and when one does occur, how nice it is to have a friend to call and comfort you.
Oh, Doctor, I am sorry to drag you out. Oh, hello, Harry. I thought it was the doctor.
Oh, what's up?
It's my little boy.
What, Lofty?
Yeah, poor lame.
What's up with him, then?
I think he's twisted himself.
Well, that's a change anyway, isn't it? But it's his imagination.
But you better come in, Harry.
Hello, Elsie.
Hello, Harry.
Your brother been in the wars then, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, Harry.
Hello there, Lofty boy. What's the trouble then?
Well, it's me arm. I think I've wrenched it.
Your imagination, mate. It's all in the mind, see, Lofty? All in the mind. Perhaps I'd better have a look at it. Does that hurt?
No.
Does that hurt?
No.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that arm.
Oh, no, it's the other one that hurts.
Well, roll your sleeve up. Oh, yeah, that's nasty, isn't it? You better have a turncock on that.
A what?
It's French. What I call a turncock. You like tie a bit of old cloth around it to stop the blood flow, see?
Oh, here then, you better have Elsie's old sleep. Oh, Mum, really? It's all right, it's clean. It's not that, Mum. It's not nice.
She thinks it'll give me ideas.
Can't give you any ideas you don't have already. Elsie, don't you speak to Harry like that. I'm sure Harry's not like that at all. Harry's a nice, quiet, clean-minded boy. Oh, there you are, then.
I think, eh? That ain't the one you had on last. Hold your arm up, Lofty. Right, there we are. That's it now. That's it. Put your finger there. Oh, there we are. That'll hold it.
Harry?
Yeah?
I got my finger stuck in it.
Well, I can't undo it now, mate. I mean, it's a granny knot. It'll take ages to undo that. You just have to wait till the doctor gets in, won't you? Here, how do you do it?
Getting his supper ready. Yeah, he was opening a tin of salmon.
Oh, salmon, eh? I like tin salmon. I like ordinary salmon and all, but it's not like the real thing, is it? Not like tins, you know. No, I mean like tin, like keeps all the juices in, doesn't it? When did he like to do it? Before he opened it or after?
Well, it was sort of during.
Ah. Well, would you like me to finish opening it for him then?
Oh, Harry, that is kind of you. Here, then. And there's the tin opener.
Oh, right here, then. Ah, there we are. Got a plate?
Yes, here.
Oh, there we are, Lumpy.
I can't eat it now, Harry. I got my fingers stuck.
Oh, I never thought of that. Oh, dear, oh, Lord. What are we going to do now, then? I mean, better not leave it. It might go off.
Have you had your tea, Harry?
That's funny you should say that. No, I haven't.
Well, you better have it then. Oh, that'll be the doctor now. Come in, Doctor.
Ah, thank you, Mrs. Vernon.
It's my boy. It's his home.
Morning, Doctor.
Ah, now, let's see.
I've had a look at it, Doctor, but I'd like a second opinion. Now that you're here, personally, I think it's his imagination. It's like I say, like, it's all in the mind, isn't it?
You seem to know an awful lot about it.
Well, I mean, my brother was at medical school.
What was he studying?
Well, they was studying him, actually.
Tell me, does that hurt?
Yeah, it does. Look, he's hardly touched you. It's all in the mind, isn't it, Doc, eh? Oh, that bruise there. Look, don't take notice of that bruise. That's been here for a week, that bruise has. I'd ignore that. Don't take notice of that. That's a trap. That's a trap.
Then why don't you shut yours?
I was only trying to help.
I think we'd better have his shirt off.
Elsie, you better go to your room. Okay, Mum.
Oh, here's that. Look, Lofty, forget about it. It won't hurt. It's like I keep telling you, it's all in the mind.
It's nasty. I think I shall have to give him a local anaesthetic.
You're going to give him gas, then?
Gas? You can't have gas with a local anaesthetic.
Well, why not? We've got a local gas company.
I'm simply going to inject this hypodermic into his arm. Now, here we go. In with the needle, and slowly, I press the valve.
Oh, dear, what's happened to Lofty? Is Lofty all right? It ain't Lofty, love, it's Harry.
He's fainted.
Well, it's as I always say, Mrs. Vernon, it's all in the mind.
Well, now, everyone likes a drop of jolly good harmony singing. But here are the Michael Sam singers anyway. And today they've brought along their version of Pick Yourself Up.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing's impossible, I have found. When my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself up, start all over again. Don't lose your confidence if you slip. Be grateful for a pleasant trip. And pick yourself up, dust yourself up, and start all over again. Work like a soul expired, till the battle of the day is won. You may be sick and tired, but you'll be a man like sun. You have to fall to rise again. So pick yourself up, dust yourself up, and start all over again. Right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing's impossible, I have found. So when my kid is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself off, start all over again. Don't you ever lose your confidence, and you should quit just. Be very grateful for a heavenly trip. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again. Your words and say just like you're inspired to a battle at the day one. You may be sick and tired, but you're gonna be a man, my son. You remember those famous men, they Rise again. Don't you give things just you wear a big grin. Take me fresh to the secret that just takes me start all over again.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You just gotta take yourself up.
Time for another edition of Benny Go Round. And here to introduce it is Peter Vague.
Hello again. The latest film to arrive from Hollywood is NBG's Death of a Salesman, which is, as you may have guessed, about a salesman and the son he worships. The son, of course, is played by talented young Audie Hill.
Is that you, Harry?
Hello, Martha. I'm home again.
I'm so glad, Harry. How was the trip?
Wonderful, Martha. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Say, guess who I saw in Philadelphia?
I don't know, Harry. Who?
Irving K. Schluffenheimer. He asked about Wilbur. He wanted to know how Wilbur was doing, and I told him. And do you know what he said?
No, what did he say?
He said, you got a fine boy there, Mr. Comstock. A real fine boy. Hey, Martha, how is he? Wilbur, I mean.
Oh, he's doing fine, Harry. Fine.
Hey, Ma!
Yeah, that's him now.
Yeah, that's my Wilbur. That's my boy.
Hiya, Ma. Say, who's he?
Wilbur. He's your father.
Oh, so he's... I don't see so good without my glasses on, you know.
Doesn't he look great, Harry? Hey, Wilbur, tell your pa what you learned at college last week. You know, that poem. Little Jack Horner.
Oh, gee, Ma, do I have to?
Oh, come on, son. Just for me.
Oh, okay. Little Jack Horner. Hey, Ma, stop me up, will you?
All right, then. Little Jack.
Horner?
That's my boy.
Sat in a...
chair?
No, Wilbur. Think, son.
Well, that's logical, ain't it? I mean, sit in a chair.
Oh, Wilbur. Now then, where does the teacher make you stand when you were a naughty boy?
He makes me stand in the corner, but what's that got to do with it?
Well, then, what did little Jack Horner sit in?
I don't know.
The corner.
Well, why don't you help me? Give me a clue or something. Daniel, now try to help me.
The boy's right, Martha. You should help him. Now, come on, son.
Well, eating his Christmas...
pudding?
Eating his Christmas pie.
Sure. Yeah, sure, I get his Christmas pie.
He put in his...
thumb?
Gee, that's great, son. Great.
And pulled out...
his thumb?
Look, Wilbur, he didn't pull his thumb out.
Well, he put it in, didn't he?
Yes, I know, son, but he did not pull his thumb out. He pulled out a plum. Do you understand, Wilbur? He pulled out a plum. He pulled out a plum.
Okay, he pulled out a plum.
Big deal!
And he said, what a good boy am. Yes, am I. Oh, gee, Harry, don't you wish Irving K. Schluffenheimer could hear him?
It's nothing, Paul. We learn all kinds of stuff like that at college, you know.
Yes, and you know something, Harry? Next Monday, he's going to sit for his scholarship, the 28 plus.
Gee, that's wonderful, and he's only 24. That sure is a fine college, son.
Yeah, we learn all kinds of things. Come on, ask me a question.
All right, here's a question. Don't you think it's time you had your tea?
I got to work on it one. Oh, Ma, you had me going there for a minute. Look, I don't want any tea. I got to go out.
Out, son?
Yeah, I'm going to see Frieda Knuckenwurst.
Frieda Knuckenwurst? But, son, she's a girl.
I know.
That's not like my boy.
I've been seeing her every night for 3 weeks now.
That's not like my boy.
Yeah, every night I've been seeing her.
Oh, that's not like my boy.
And last night...
Yes, son?
Last night, if I hadn't ducked down behind the tractor, she'd have seen me, too.
That's my boy. Well, will young Wilbur ever lose his parental ties? Go and see NBG's Death of a Salesman. Now for Inside Film News, over to Peter Nobble.
Well, the news at home is that at Pine Tree Studios, Chopper Films are making yet another of the stories by Edgar Allan Flowerpots. This one stars lovely Yvonne Romaine as the girl who was born in a trunk and ends up in one. This film is called Dracula Meets the Blood Beast, and it's a musical. From Hollywood comes news of Walt Disney's new film. It's a sequel to The Wonderful World of the Brothers Grimm, and it's called The Grim World of the Brothers Wonderful. More moving news next week.
Thank you, Peter. Well, I'm delighted to tell you that standing beside me now in the studio is that popular actor, Melvin Cruddy.
It's an honor to be able to have this intimate chat.
Oh, no, it's an honor for me.
That's what I meant.
Of course, you did most of your training in the theatre, didn't you?
No. Well, of course, I'd done my basic training at Radar, and then I went straight to the Old Bailey, the Old Vic. I was playing Shakespeare, of course.
Ah, yes, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I was in both of them. And then, 12th Night, I played a fellow in that. I forgot what was the name of the fellow I played. I played a fellow.
But it was in 1935 that you got your first Hollywood break, wasn't it?
No. It was in 1936, and since then I have made dozens of fine artistic pictures. I've done The Monster from Up There, The Shape with Four Heads, The Thing Without a Thing, and then I made View Up the Flue. I had a lovely part in that, full of pathos. The critics said it was the most pathetic film they'd ever seen.
Yes, I'm sure. And your latest picture?
It's one I've made myself. I financed it, I produced it, directed it, and I starred in it.
What's it called?
I'm calling it This Glorious Island Heritage of England. I'm calling it that because I have a great belief in the future of this great and wonderful England of ours.
And where was it made?
Switzerland. Well, I had to make it there to avoid paying income tax.
Yes, I see. Well, now we're about to hear a clip from Melvin Cruddy's new film, This Glorious Island Heritage of England. This film has been made with an eye on the international market and has a cast from all over the world. Here, then, with a truly international cast, is Melvin Cruddy's This Glorious Island Heritage of England.
Gentlemen, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth I, Queen of all England, will be with you in a moment. Ah, the Earl of Leicester. How nice to see you here at court.
Yeah, it ain't often I get up here from my estates in Leicester. But I sure am glad to be here.
And I see you've brought your charming daughter with you.
Ja, it is for me a great pleasure to accompany Miss Vater on this visit to London.
Oh, what a charming English rose she is, to be sure. She'll steal the hearts of all our young nobles, I'll warrant. Ah, but I see Sir Francis Drake over yonder conversing with Sir Walter Raleigh, and must take my leave of you. And what's this I hear about you singeing the King of Spain's beard, Sir Francis?
Oh, my goodness gracious me, what a lot of nonsense all these talking. All those things they'll say about me and my golden hind are greatly exaggerated. Oh, my word, dear. I give you my assurance on nothing but slanderful rumors. Oh, yeah.
And what does Sir Walter Raleigh have to say about that, then?
Ah, that most interesting question. I think that if Blake, not careful, King of Spain, retaliate and set light to his golden hind, Confucius say, discretion, better part of valor.
Oh, come, that's no way for an English sea dog to speak. But wait, here comes the Earl of Essex.
Senors and senoritas, pray silent for Her Majesty. She coming right now, I think.
Your Majesty, now you have finished your audience with the King of Spain, the whole of England awaits your word. Tell us, I pray you, is it war with Spain or peace?
King of Spain him talk 'em with forked tongue. No, want 'em peace, keep, want 'em war. How?
Thank you, that was most interesting. Now, what are your plans for the future? Another international epic?
Well, no, not exactly, but I have been offered a partner film, and although it's not a starring role, I should like very much to do it, because I'm sure I could add an air of sophistication to it all. I mean, with the wealth and acting ability of
Thank you, Mr. Crockett.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. A new Hollywood musical has just been completed. Set in the West, it's called The Good Fred. Our good Fred runs the mission hall in Santa Fe, and he's never short of voices when it comes to joining in.
Yes, folks, it's singing time, and I want all you good people out there to open your books at page 47 and sing after me. Now, here we go. Fred came home early one evening at 5, and he beat up a man he caught kissing his wife. But it might have been worse, because if he had come home at 4, he'd have beaten up me. Oh, reform the people, reform, reform. Leave good life and you'll come to no harm. Reform the people, reform, reform. Leave good life and you'll come to no harm. Last Thursday evening, old Farmer Dow saw my brother Jack stealing milk from his cow. He said that is evil, so my brother Jack, he just turned the cow over and poured the milk back. Reform the people, reform, reform. Leave it off and you'll come to no harm. Reform the people, reform, reform. Leave it off and you'll come to no harm. Last week at the mission hall, my cousin Fred said, I have often heard it said that you save wicked women. Now, if that is right, then save me a couple for Saturday night. Reform the people, reform, reform. Leave it off and you'll come to no harm. Reform the people, reform, reform. Leave it off and you'll come to no harm.
That was Benny Hill Time with the BBC Review Orchestra conducted by Malcolm Lockyer, the Michael Sam Singers, Peter Vernon, Jan Waters, Patricia Hayes and Frank Thornton. Benny Hill Time was written by Benny Hill and produced by John Browell.
We present All Gas and Gaiters. Episode 6, only 3 can play. Starring Robertson Hare, William Mervyn, Derek Nimmo and John Barron. It's Thursday evening, and in the study of the palace, the Archdeacon, the Bishop and his chaplain sit around a table playing the railway game.
My word, I enjoy these Thursday evenings, Henry.
Me too, Bishop. I look forward to them all the week. Just the 3 of us sitting here.
You know, I was trying to remember what we did before we invented this game, and you know I couldn't. It's your turn, Newt. Here's the dice.
Oh, thank you, my lord. Thank you. 4.
Which is your engine?
Oh, the diesel, my lord.
Well, come on, move it along 4 squares.
Righty-ho. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What does it say?
Stations.
Aha! Here we go.
Can you hand me the departure pack, Archdeacon?
Rather, Newt. Take the top card.
Thank you.
Oh, what station are you leaving from, Newt?
King's Lynn.
That's in Norfolk. Where are you going to?
Here's the destination pack, Newt.
Oh, thank you very much, Archdeacon. Oh, I've got to go to Welshpool in Montgomeryshire.
King's Lynn to Welshpool, right across the country. That's a nasty one. Come on, shake up.
Oh, I hope I don't get a 1.
Oh, you'll be sunk if you do. You'll never manage that journey with only 1 change. No, you'll need 4 at least.
Oh, 5, my luck's in. From King's Lynn to Welshpool with 5 changes. Now, let me see. Via Birmingham and Shrewsbury, I suppose, yes.
Well done.
Now, here we go. King's Lynn to Cambridge, of course. I think I better make an early start.
I'd say you'd better. You'll never do it in a day.
The 7:31 from King's Lynn to Cambridge arrives at 8:40.
Wrong.
Oh, sorry, 8:41, yes.
Oh, I thought you got off the rails there.
Five changes, oh dear.
You got one.
No, Bedford, no, that's no good, no. The Banbury.
Splendid. You're doing well. That's 3.
Thank you. The 11:18 from Cambridge to Banbury, arriving at 3:70.
That's 2.5 hours wait at Cambridge. You can't afford many like that.
Well, then Banbury to Birmingham, of course. Yes, the 3:31 arriving at 4:26.
Which station?
Snow Hill, my lord.
Oh, one of my favourites. You're in terrific form.
Now, 2 to go. Now, I've got to improvise a bit, really, via Stafford. Yes, that's it. From Staff to Shrewsbury. Right now, I want something from Birmingham to Stafford.
From Snow Hill?
Certainly not, my lord. From New Street. The 4:50 from New Street arriving at Stafford at 5:45.
Oh, colossal. Oh, that's 4 changes. Only 1 to go.
Now it's 5:45 and I'm in Stafford.
Let's hope the buffet's open.
Oh, I know. The 6:56 to Shrewsbury arriving at 9 p.m.
That's done it. I'm afraid you've had it, Newt. You'll never get a train out of Shrewsbury to Welshpool at that time of night. I warned you couldn't afford to hang about.
Pipped at the post. Oh, bad luck.
You miss a turn. Bad luck. Now it's me.
What about the 9:42?
Well, what about it?
There's a 9:42 from Shrewsbury to Welshpool.
I don't believe it.
Would you care to challenge me, my lord? Here's the timetable.
You miss a turn if he's right, Bishop.
Oh, well, I suppose it's just possible.
It leaves Paddington from number 2 platform at 4:10 and arrives at Shrewsbury at 9:40.
Oh, that one. That doesn't stop at Welshpool.
But it does. To set down only.
Oh, yes, so it does. But you have to give notice to the guard at Shrewsbury.
I intend to do that, my lord.
Oh. Well, shake up and let's get on.
3. 1, 2, 3. You have missed your connection. Oh. Spend the night in the waiting room and lose a turn. How rotten.
Bad luck, Newt. Now it's my turn. I must say, we've really got this game right now, haven't we? It works splendidly. A 3. Now I move my engine on. 1, 2, 3. You've caught the Pullman Express move on 6 squares.
Oh,
you see what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't see what it says. Can you, Henry?
You had lunch at Crewe, food poisoning, missed 2 turns. Bad luck, Bishop. Now it's my turn.
Oh, well. Hey, but before you go on, Henry, just go and see if there's any more coffee in the jug, will you, Newt?
Yes, my lord. Oh, dear, we appear to finish it, I'm afraid.
Oh, dear, sorry about that, Henry.
Oh, that's all right, Bishop.
Shall we make some more, Newt?
Well, we could, my lord, I suppose.
Have we got enough milk, Newt?
Yes, my lord.
Newt!
Yes, my lord.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm so sorry, my lord. I was just looking out of the window.
Not at that young woman, I trust.
No, my lord, but at least she does happen to be out there.
A young woman? Oh, where?
Sit down, Henry. It's only the girl whose mother's taken Canon Prosser's house. Newt seems to spend his entire time staring at her.
Oh, I don't wonder, Bishop. She's got something worth staring at.
Henry! I'm surprised at you noticing such things at your age.
No, but you can't help noticing, my lord. It sticks out a mile.
Here. Steady on there, steady on.
Newt, really, please remember that you're a clergyman.
Well, of course, my lord, but why shouldn't a clergyman be interested in vintage cars?
Vintage cars?
Oh, yes, my lord, she's got the best one I've ever seen, hasn't she, Archdeacon?
If you say so. I hadn't noticed her car.
Well, I don't care what attraction she may have. Will you please stop looking at her?
Well, I have, my lord. Yes, she's gone into the house.
Good. Then perhaps we can get on with the game.
Yes, my lord. Oh, look.
Has she come out again?
Sit down, Henry. Newt, you heard what I said.
Oh, but it's the Dean, my lord.
The Dean? What's he doing?
I don't know. He's got a tape measure and he's on his knees measuring something. Oh, he's looking up now.
Well, come away from the window, Newt. The last thing we want on a Thursday evening is to be interrupted by the Dean.
Oh, well, of course not, my lord. I don't think he saw me.
Good. Now, Henry, it's your turn, isn't it?
It certainly is, Bishop.
Right. Here's the dice. I must say this is all very pleasant, Henry.
Indeed, indeed, Bishop. Behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Newt?
Oh, yes, Archdeacon. It's like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even upon Aaron's beard.
Yes. Psalm 133. Now, come on, Henry. For goodness sake, don't hold us up any longer. We haven't got all night. Who on earth can that be? You expecting anyone, Newt?
No, my lord. No.
One free evening interrupting the game like this? Somebody's being very thoughtful.
Well, I'll see who it is, my lord.
What have you got, Henry?
1.
After all that shaking?
I forgot to blow on it.
Oh, well, come on, move on your engine. What does it say?
You've been caught travelling in a first-class carriage with a second-class ticket. You are disqualified.
The Dean, my lord?
Good evening, my lord.
Oh, Dean.
Good evening, Dean.
Gambling, Archdeacon.
Gambling? Certainly not. We're playing an innocent game of our own devising.
Game of chance, I suppose.
On the contrary, a game of skill.
It's taken us 3 years to perfect, Dean. Newt thought of it.
Well, I suppose he did have the initial idea that, happily, I was able to develop.
You see, the essence is that you take a card from each pack, and they each have the name of a station on them. Then you have to work out the journey between the stations with a certain number of changes.
And you have to know the times of all the trains in the British Isles.
By heart. Both summer and winter services.
How do you decide on the number of changes required?
You throw a dice.
As I said, game of chance.
Oh, yeah. May I ask to what we owe the pleasure of this visit? Our Thursday evenings are sacrosanct.
I'm aware of that, my lord. However, when I tell you that lawlessness is stalking the cathedral close, I think you will permit my intrusion.
Lawlessness?
I have just witnessed 5 cases of law-breaking.
Is it an inside job?
It is, Archdeacon, and you are one of the culprits.
Me?
Henry is? You can't be serious.
The Archdeacon?
What's he done?
His offence is vehicular.
Oh, is that bad?
It relates to your vehicle. In the course of my evening stroll, I have observed no less than 5 motors, each one parked within 4 feet of a fire hydrant, and in such a manner as to obscure it from view.
And you've come to warn Henry?
No! I have come to tell him to move his motor immediately.
But I can't leave the game.
I'm afraid you must.
Why must I?
Because you are contravening Section 402, subsection 89C of the local bylaw.
It's not your evening, is it, Henry?
No, Bishop, it isn't.
I now have to see the young woman whose mother has taken Canon Prosser's house over the road. She, too, is a culprit. However, I am in some difficulty here, as I am not acquainted with this young lady.
Well?
Well, I should not like to be thought officious.
No, perish the thought.
So I wondered whether, my lord, as she is a neighbour of yours, you would care to point out the infringement.
Me, in my position, go to a stranger? It's certainly not.
Could Newt go?
Oh, that's different. Newt, you slip across to our new neighbour and tell her she's upset the Dean, won't you?
Tell her that she has contravened a bylaw.
No, I can't. No, please don't ask me, my lord.
What?
Please.
Why not?
Well, I haven't been introduced.
Well, introduce yourself.
Oh, well, I couldn't, my lord. No, I really couldn't.
Newt, do as I say at once.
My lord,
Newt, do as I say.
Oh, yes, my lord, yes. Are you really sure you want me to go?
Well, haven't I just said so?
Well, I only hope, my lord, that you won't live to regret this moment.
What a very curious thing to say. Well, Dean, let me show you out.
One moment, my lord.
Yes?
This game.
Well, what about it?
It interests me.
Oh, yes, well, it's a very good game. Now, Dean...
I should like to stay and watch you play it.
Well, I'm afraid that's impossible.
Why?
Oh, well, we can't play without Newt.
Oh, well, in that case...
Did you have
I shall await his return.
Oh, will you?
Yes, I shall sit here in his chair.
Oh, I couldn't be more delighted.
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Hello,
Yes?
The bishop, you see, I'm...
Yes, I know. You're the bishop's chaplain, aren't you?
Yes. Well, the dean, the dean... well, the dean...
No, I'm afraid I don't know the dean. Is he nice?
No. Oh, well, I mean, your car, your car,
Oh, do you like it?
Oh, yes, tell me, is it the 1922 or the 1923 model?
It's the 1923. It was my grandmother's. Look, why don't you come in?
Oh, I say, may I read? Oh, thanks, Mr. Portley.
Oh, look, Dean, as Newt is being such a long time, wouldn't you like to go home?
I should prefer to wait.
Pity.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Why don't you teach me the rules of the game? Then, when Newt returns, I shall be able to take a more active part.
Oh, but I thought you only wanted to watch.
I have never relished the role of spectator.
Oh, well, I'm afraid that's impossible.
Indeed? Why is it impossible?
Because only 3 can play. Oh, good, look. It looks as though Newt has been successful. Yes, she's getting into her card, you see.
Yes. But why is Newt getting in too?
Oh, well, I expect he's going to show her where to park, Henry. Yes, there they go.
But why aren't they parking outside the chapter office? I always do.
Because, as I am constantly reminding you, Archdeacon, it is strictly forbidden.
But, look, they're not parking anywhere. They've driven out through Pilgrim's Gateway. They're going into the town. Henry, what is Newt doing? What does he think he's doing?
He's rather messed up things, Bishop.
Messed us up? He's ruined our whole evening.
Not entirely, my lord.
What do you mean, not entirely? How can we play without Newt?
You can't play with only 2, Dean.
Precisely, gentlemen, but we are 3.
Da 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 dee da da dee da do la dee da 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 dee da Yes, my lord, yes.
Is that you?
Yes, my lord, yes.
Where have you been?
Out, my lord.
Out? How dare you? I sent you on a simple errand, and the next thing I see is you driving about quite irresponsibly with a young woman, and then to come creeping in at this time, you realize it's midnight.
Is it really? Oh, hasn't the time passed quickly?
Quickly? It may have done for you. The Archdeacon and I were left to play the game with the Dean.
Oh, I'm sorry, I suppose he was rather bad at it, really.
On the contrary, he won all 4 games.
Well, surely he didn't know the times of all the change in the British Isles.
Well, of course he didn't. But he altered the rules so much that they ceased to matter. Oh, really, Newt, your behaviour is unforgivable. Where have you been?
Well, Christine and I.
Who?
Oh, Miss Buckley. Her mother's taking Canon Prosser's house opposite. We went to the cinema. She took me in her car and we saw The Sound of Music. Oh, it was wonderful. You should see it.
I don't want to, Newt.
Well, it's all about a Miss Julie Andrews, do you see, my lord? She's a nun, and she stands on a hill, and she sings all about her favourite things, kittens, whiskers, and brown paper parcels, and having snow on her eyebrows, and... You see, there are all these other nuns.
Oh, I see, an R.C. film.
No, my lord, no, it's lovely.
Oh, well, I'm going to bed. You will go into the study and check tomorrow's engagements.
Oh, engagements.
Newt.
Yes, my lord, yes.
Do you understand what I say?
Oh, yes, my lord, yes. About what?
Good night, Newt.
Thank you so much, my lord. Oh, excuse me.
Where are you going?
Oh, just up to the landing window.
The landing window? Whatever for?
Well, I promised Christine to blow her a good-night kiss.
Oh. Now, where are the counters, Henry?
I've got the steam and the electric, Bishop. Haven't you got the diesel?
Oh, yes, here it is. Have you shuffled?
No. Newt usually does that.
Don't mention that broken reed.
Oh, isn't he any better?
Better. Christine Buckley and The Sound of Music. That's all I hear.
I'm told it's a very good film. My Mrs. Banner, she's seen it twice.
Twice? That's nothing. He's seen it every night this week. It's turned his brain. I asked him to type my address to the ordinands, and when I got up to read it, I heard myself saying, "Let us never forget the things that the blessed St. Augustine held most dear, raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens."
He's not going to see it again tonight, is he?
And miss the game? Oh, I think you can take it from me, Henry, that even Newt is not completely abandoned.
Just off, my lord.
Off? Off where?
To meet Christine, my lord. I'm taking her to the Sound of Music.
You're what, Newt? Don't you know what today is?
Yes, Thursday, my lord. It's awfully good. Have you seen it, Archdeacon?
No, but Mrs. Banner's been twice.
But what about the railway game?
Well, I'm sorry, my lord. I try not to be too late.
I've never seen such selfishness.
I say, old chap, don't desert us.
But I promised Christine.
Oh, this has gone far enough. Newt, as your bishop, I solemnly forbid you to... What have you got round your neck?
Here, it's, a flowery scarf, my lord. Christine made it for me. Isn't it pretty?
Pretty? It's grotesque. Take it off at once. It makes you look like the outside of a seed packet.
Oh, what a spiteful thing to say. But I'm going this very moment. Excuse me, my lord. You're standing in the way.
Stop, Newt, stop. I won't allow you. Newt, come back. Come back, I say.
No, look here, you chaps. No, Pax.
If you go, Newt, I shall take it as your formal resignation from your post as my chaplain.
Well, that is your privilege, my lord. You'll find your hot cocoa in the thermos. Good night, Archdeacon.
All right, go. Go to your Delilah. Ooh, wretched, feeble boy. And on a Thursday, too.
She's an attractive little thing, though.
Attractive? She's not my idea of a woman, Henry.
Isn't she?
No. If ever this heart has felt a flutter, and there have been moments, I do confess it, Henry, it's been on account of a real woman. Some little feminine person, warm, loving, and thoroughly domestic. Don't you agree?
Well, I like a woman with spirit. Amy Johnson and Dusty Springfield.
If that's Newt, don't let him in.
But if he's repented, Bishop...
Well, he's not getting any forgiveness from me. Tell him I've made other arrangements.
Oh, dear, still, if that's what you want...
I do, Henry, I do.
So be it, then. I'll just open the door. Oh, no, I won't.
Henry, what's the matter?
It's the Dean. He's outside.
The Dean? What does he want on a Thursday evening?
He must have come to play the game.
Oh, no, we can't have another evening like last week.
There's only one way to stop him.
What's that?
Well, get Newt back. Remember, only 3 can play.
No, Henry, no. My pride would not permit.
But think of last week, Bishop.
Yes, well, I suppose pride is a sin, isn't it? Yes, Henry, I tell you what. You hold the fort, and I'll slip round the back way.
Right. Good luck, Bishop. Just coming.
Archdeacon?
Oh, Dean. Is it you?
May I ask why you shut the door in my face?
Oh, so sorry. I didn't recognize you.
No? May I ask who you thought I was?
The man from the Prue. Your briefcase, you know.
Really? Well, you'll be pleased to hear that I enjoyed myself so much last week that I have decided to come and play with you again.
That's jolly.
Good evening. Oh, it isn't really, is it? Oh, you're not, are you?
I am the Bishop of St. Aug's, madam.
Oh, how lovely. Oh, do come in, won't you?
Well, are you Miss Buckley?
Oh, no. I'm her mother.
Really? Well. If I may say so, you look hardly old enough.
Oh, Bishop. Oh, how very nice. What a charming thing to say. Do come in, won't you?
Well, madam,
Come in.
Well, I've come to retrieve my chaplain.
Oh, dear Mervyn. I was just mending his socks.
Oh, so I see. What a beautiful dog.
I love doing little things for him. He's such a sweet boy.
Sweet? Well.
Christine is so fond of him. He's taking her to the Sound of Music again this evening.
Do you know, he's quite dotty about that film.
The very word I would have used.
I hear it's very good. Have you seen it?
No, madam, I have not. As a matter of fact...
You want to, I know. So do I. They've asked me to go with them, but between ourselves, I felt I didn't want to play gooseberry. Well, do go into the sitting room. Christine and dear Mervyn are in there.
Thank you, madam. Newt!
Hey, my lord, yes?
Are you surprised to see me, Newt?
Yes, my lord, very. Do you know Chris? I mean, Miss Buckley?
No. How do you do, young lady?
Hello, Bishop. This is a surprise.
I don't doubt it. Newt?
Yes, my lord?
Do you know why I am here?
No, my lord.
I am here because...
You want to see The Sound of Music?
Well,
The Bishop's been telling me how much he wants to see The Sound of Music.
Madam,
Oh, smashing! What a super idea! You can bring Mummy. She's been wanting to see it for ages.
Oh, why don't you, my lord, who make such a change from the railway game?
Oh, Bishop, would you?
Well, madam, frankly, I should love to. However, there is one small problem.
What small problem is that, my lord?
A small, bald problem.
Will the bishop and his chaplain be much longer, Archdeacon?
No, they'll be back any minute, Dean.
I've given this game some thought during the week.
Oh, dear. I mean, have you?
Yes, as a result, I have entirely rewritten the rule book. I have it here in my briefcase. I've introduced a great many more penalties. I think you will find it much more fun. The track will have to be considerably altered, of course.
But it's taken us 3 years.
There's always room for improvement, Archdeacon.
What was that?
Only a car starting.
Shouldn't we see who it is?
Stay where you are, Archdeacon. I will go to the window. You study those new rules. How strange.
Strange? What is, Dean?
You seem to be misinformed, Archdeacon. The bishop and his chaplain will not be back.
Oh, of course they will. They wouldn't leave me here with, without them.
Then why have they just driven off in a motor with women?
Women? What? Oh, let me see.
Look, they're just going through the Pilgrim's Gate.
No, but they can't. I say, chaps, it's not cricket.
It seems that we shall have to play the game by ourselves, Archdeacon.
Only 3 can play.
Only 3 could play, Archdeacon. That is another of my improvements. No, Archdeacon, you can't do that.
But surely I'm allowed a move sometimes.
No, not until I tell you.
But we've been playing for 20 minutes and you had it all the time.
That is because I threw a 6. You failed to throw a 6, so you are naturally penalised.
But I don't seem to be able to do anything right.
Whose fault is that?
What was that?
Stop fidgeting.
I thought I heard a car.
Really, Archdeacon, you thought you heard at least a dozen cars.
But I'm sure I did. There it is. It is a car. I knew it.
Who do you think he heard us, my lord?
I don't know, Newt. Could you blow it again, my dear?
Of course, Bishop.
That should do it.
Oh, yes, look, my lord. He's looking out of the window.
Splendid. Now, the problem is to communicate.
What can we do, Bishop?
Point to the fire hydrant, dear lady. We must all point to the fire hydrant.
The fire hydrant? Whatever for?
Henry will understand.
Well, I'm pointing, my lord.
So am I, Bishop.
Oh, he's seeing us, look. Oh, he's giving us the thumbs up.
Splendid. Now we must just sit tight and see what happens.
Well, Archdeacon, was it a car?
No, I'm afraid not, Dean.
Then come and sit down. You're interfering with my concentration.
Dean.
Oh, yes, Archdeacon. What is it now?
I've suddenly remembered.
What have you suddenly remembered?
I've suddenly remembered I've left my car in front of the fire hydrant again.
Have you?
Yes, I must go and move it at once.
But you can't leave the game.
I'm afraid I must.
Why must you?
Because I'm contravening section 402, subsection 89, and C of the local bylaws. Good night, Dean.
He shouldn't be long now.
Well, I do hope not, my lord. The film starts in 10 minutes.
Here he comes. Look He's running.
Well done, Henry. You've made it.
Oh, come along, Archdeacon.
Oh, Bishop. Am I glad to see you? He's rewritten the rule book.
But he can't.
Oh, well, never mind, Archdeacon. You're coming with us. We're going to see The Sound of Music. Now, do you know Mrs. Buckley and her daughter?
Oh, how do you do?
How do you do? Come on, let's go. Jump into the car, Archdeacon.
But I can't.
Why not, Henry?
Well, I can't play Gooseberry. It's not done, you know.
Oh, don't worry, Henry. You won't.
No, Archdeacon. May I introduce you to my grandmother?
We've been to fetch her for you.
How do you do, Archdeacon? I hear you're taking me to the cinema.
Delighted, madam, delighted. My word, I haven't been to the cinema since they showed The Life of Amy Johnson.
Amy Johnson? She was my dearest friend.
Oh, yes. Do you, by any chance, know Dusty Springfield?
Oh, come on, Archdeacon. Jump up, and or we shall miss the film.
Yes, Henry. It's not the game, but at least 6 can play.
In that episode of All Gas and Gaiters, the parts were played as follows. The Archdeacon, Robertson Hare, the Bishop, William Mervyn, the Bishop's Chaplain, the Reverend Newt, Derek Nimmo, the Dean, John Barron, Christine, Elizabeth Proud, Mrs. Buckley, Sonia Fraser, Granny, Eva Stewart. Only 3 Can Play was written for television and adapted for radio by Pauline Devaney and Edwin Apps. The program was produced by David Hatch.
Down dear old Brixton Way. Oh, Mother Brown, the pearly queen's 100 years today. Oh, what a celebration.
Oh, it's proper la-di-da. Until they rolled the carpet up and shouted, now they ma, woo!
Knees up, Mother Brown, whoa, knees up, Mother Brown. Come along, dearie, let it go. E-I-I-I-O. It's your blooming birthday. Let's wake up all the town. So knees up, don't get the breeze up, knees up, Mother Brown.
Yeah, poor old Granny Weston, she had a good blowout. Not half. She had 2 pints of Winkles with some cockles and some stout. I might have indigestion, she murmured with a grunt. But lummy, up to now, it's all quiet on the Western Front.
Knees up, Mother Brown.
Oh, bother.
Knees up, Mother Brown.
Oh, there I go.
Come along, dearie, let it go. E-I-I-I-O. It's your blooming birthday.
Come on, wake up all the town.
So knees up, don't get the breeze up, knees up, Mother Brown.
Well, what a time we've had, Gert.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, it was Bert's going away party.
Fancy old Bert in the army again.
Yeah, and they wasn't going to pass him at first either.
No?
Said his teeth wasn't good enough. Blimey, they're the same teeth his cousin wore when he joined up.
Sauce, you know. How does he get on with the others?
Oh, he gets on all right. All the officers salute him, right up to the colonel. As a matter of fact, Bert and him smoke the same cigars.
Bert smoked the same cigars as the colonel?
Yes, the colonel smokes the first half and Bert smokes the rest.
Oh, good.
You know, the only real bit of bother he's had with the colonel was when he shouted, "Watch your mate," to him with his hands in his pockets.
Oh, Days, it must be rude to talk to an officer with your hands in your pockets.
Well, it would have been ruder if he'd taken his hand out of his pockets. He just busted his brace.
You're not awful. Did you think he'd be going abroad at all?
I don't know yet. If he does, I feel blooming sorry for the other side.
Feel sorry for them? Why?
Well, you know what his temper is. If he loses it out there, there's sure to be a row. Anyhow, I expect I shall hear all about it.
Oh, he's bound to write.
Yes. And he's taken our parrot out with him, too.
Parrot?
Yes. Well, I see, like, if Bert can't get any letters through, he's going to send the parrot home with a message.
Good, isn't he? And a laugh.
Oh, when this war is over, oh, won't it be a lark? And what a treat when we can see each other in the dark.
And won't we have a party
Oh, not
when the
half.
sun shines after rain?
We'll all troop round her Mother Brown and sing it once again.
Oh,
he's up Mother Brown, boys, he's up Mother Brown. Now come along, dearie, let it go. E-I-E-I-O, it's a lovely birthday, let's wake up all the town. So knees up, don't think of breeze up, knees up, Mother Brown. what? I've got a nice friendly face, I think you will agree, and folks are always popping in to have a cup of tea. You might think there's a war on, they argue and they shout. Yes, but it's not war or politics I'm worrying about. What is it? Everybody pinches my butter. Oh, blimey. They won't leave my butter alone. And nothing is better than butter for keeping the old man at home. Lighty-dighty-dighty, everybody says I'm old-fashioned to sit on the things that are rationed. So pinch all my ham and my plum and apple jam, but please leave my butter alone. Please leave my butter alone. I went to 10 Downing Street and sat outside to wait for Mr. Chamberlain to come out to the gate. And then I said, Your Honour, I've come here to complain. I hope you'll see that I don't have to mention it again. Everybody pinches my butter. They won't leave my butter alone. And nothing is better than butter for keeping the old man at home. Everybody says I'm old-fashioned to sit on the things that are rationed. So pinch all my ham and my plum and apple jam, but please leave my butter alone. Please leave my butter alone. I bet it was our Mother Butler, Gert. Go on. Been in when my back was turned and knocked it off. She would. And didn't I have a row with her last week? You ought to have heard what she called me. Well, days didn't transfer her back. I couldn't. She'd used all the best words. Wanted to borrow my clothesline. When I said no fear, she banged her back door in my face and accused me of minding my own business, as a thing I never do, Gert. No. And that blooming wireless set of hers is going all day long and all night. Well, why don't you knock on the wall and stop 'em? We did knock with a hammer. And what do you think? They stopped me foot. She rushed out in the backyard and said, This is a nice time to start hanging pictures. I said, well, we can hear your wireless all over our house. She said, well, if that's the case, what about paying off a couple of the instalments for us? Oh, blimey, there it goes again. Come on, Gert, let's sing and drown it. Come on. Shocking. Nothing is better than butter for leaving the old man at home. Everybody says I'm old-fashioned to sit on the things that are rational. Blimey, lady, ho-ho. So pinch on my ham and my plum and apple jam, but please leave my butter alone. Please leave my butter alone.
We present The Grumbleweeds, Albert, Carl, Graham, Morris and Robin in Super Wilf.
Ah, this is the life. This'll do for me. You can't beat it. Sitting in your own back garden, surrounded by Mother Nature. What do you say, Wilfred?
I'm bored.
How can you be bored when the birds are singing, the bees are buzzing, the trees are budding, and the little daffodils are pushing their little heads out of the ground?
Taking one look at you two and going back under again.
Wilfred, look at that little snail carrying its little house on its back. I wish I was that little snail.
So do I. That blackbird's just picked it up and smashed it against the back step.
It's no good, Uncle Rubbish. Wilfred is a bit double bored. What is the actual problem, old son?
I want something exciting to do.
Jump under a bus.
Wilfred, what about a jigsaw?
I'm not hungry.
Why don't you and Melanie pick some vegetables for dinner?
Yes, come on, Wilfred. Come into the rhubarb with me. I like rhubarb.
I can suck it.
It's not exciting enough. Sucking rhubarb.
Right, what can you do in the garden that's exciting?
Let's give Wilfred a swing.
I'll go get a rope.
I know. Let's dig a hole.
Yeah, make it 6 foot by 3 foot.
Let's dig a hole, fill it with water, and play mud pies.
No, I don't think my desires can be satisfied by playing mud pies.
Right, what we need, everybody, is like a project. Something we can, like, throw ourselves into.
Well, the canal's down the road.
No, Jimmy's right. Our brains need stimulating. We sit here every day slowly stagnating. We need a challenge. Let's play conkers. No, I don't think playing conkers is the right sort of stimulation our brains need.
I used to soak my conkers in vinegar.
I think you must have soaked your brain in vinegar.
Right, dear Lord, this is like getting us double nowhere. Right, think, everybody. Think of a project to involve us all.
I have it. Yeah, this is it. I've had an idea which is even more brilliant in its conception than any I've concepted before.
Come on, you what? Surprises.
Why don't we publish our own newspaper?
Wow, what a double sensational knockout idea. Right, I can see it now. The Daily Grumble.
The Weekly Weed.
The load of rubbish.
What did he say? Load of rubbish?
Yes.
Uncle Nasty, that is brilliant. Fancy naming a newspaper after me. The Load of Rubbish. This is wonderful, this is. What do you think, Will?
Ah, yeah! Hey, what a great name for a paper. Catch a load of rubbish. See all about it. Dog runs off with Vicar's wife. Catch a load of rubbish. Manchester United to sign Red Rum. Catch a load of rubbish. Archbishop of Canterbury has a baby. Read all about it. Get a load of rubbish.
Fantastic. Abso-flippin'-lutely, fan-flippin'-tastic. We'll take Fleet Street by storm.
Right. Attention, everybody. Quiet, if you please. Right, now then. Welcome to, like, the first actual board meeting of the Load of Rubbish.
I'm bored already, pal.
It is, as it happens, my pleasure to chair this meeting of shareholders and directors. But to have a quick roll call, like to make sure everybody's here, I will hand you over to the managing director, Uncle Rubbish.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now then, Uncle Nasty, are you here?
I wish I wasn't.
Here.
Frida Nuttacan, are you here?
Of course I'm here. I'm never anywhere else. I've never been out of this flaming house in 7 years. Oh, watch out, cold.
Here.
Adolf, are you here?
I don't know.
I'll put you down for a yes. Melanie? Where's Melanie? Melanie? What are you doing under the table? Has anybody seen me tea?
Oh, why won't she shut her silly gob?
Here.
Ernest and Geoffrey.
Oh, yes, we're here, aren't we, Geoffrey?
Wouldn't miss it for the world, Ernest.
Well, digressing, I must just say, I love the colour of your new cardi.
Oh. Crushed plums.
Oh, it makes your eyes water.
Here.
Is Fred Fibber here? Of course I'm not. I'm in Caribbean with Bo Derek. What's sitting here is a clone I made of myself last Thursday night while I was watching Crossroads.
Here.
Is Wilfred here?
No. I'm here.
That'll do. Right. Now then, I have a few propositions to make. He's going to ask me to marry him.
Shut up, you toothless wart.
Flattery will get you everywhere. First of all, I think Wilf should do the horoscope page.
Oh, yeah. I think that's fantastic, that. Yeah. Whoopee. Yeah. Gypsy Rose gas mask.
Hold on a minute. What do you know about horoscopes, you tri-pound?
You tell him, Wilfred. Boy.
Oh, yeah, I will. I'll tell him as well, yeah. You see, there's Leo the cow. And there's Taurus the hamster. And Virgo the poodle. And Piddles the cat. Oh, there's not a lot you can tell me about horoscoping.
Oh, well, what sign were you born under then, Whitehead?
The black bull.
There ain't such a sign.
There is. My mother kept a pub. I make a joke.
Right. So, Wilfred is going to be Gypsy Rose gas mask. Now, who's going to be in charge of our gossip column?
Oh, Geoffrey, it should be us.
It should be us, Ernest. It should be us.
Oh, should it be?
Us.
That's who it should be, us.
Yes.
We could tell our readers about Sandra from the wool shop. Oh, she's a silly cat, that one.
Yes. Well, listen, apparently her husband has stopped winding her four-ply.
Well, you don't have to look at me like that because I'm not surprised. I am just not surprised. That's what I'm not. I'm not surprised. I mean, yesterday the gas man read her meter 4 times to my knowledge.
Ooh. Do you think she's been a bit, flighty?
Well, let's put it this way, Geoffrey. She has the windows cleaned for nothing, and you can't tell me it takes 3 hours to fill a bucket.
Well, I reckon I should be the fight correspondent, because I cause most of them.
Oh, yeah, I agree. What will you do, Fred Fibber?
I'll write show business page, mate, because I know all them stars I do. Last night, me and Victoria Principal were in Dorchester Hotel playing dominoes with Omar Sharif and Dolly Parton. So, after the game, we flew to Hollywood to have supper with Frank Sinatra.
No.
It's right. Frank did us some spaghetti on toast. And then I said to Victoria, I'm off home, lass. And she said, nay, Fred, nay. Nay, what the devil, Fred? Nay, damn it all. You balmy was it? You've missed Concord. I said, nay, don't worry, lass, I'll swim Atlantic. So, now you know why I'm late and why my hair's wet.
Anyway, shut up, Fibber. Let's get on with meeting.
Now, would anybody else like to say anything through the chair?
There's no point. We wouldn't hear them through the cushion.
No. Wilfred, when I say through the chair, I don't mean through the chair. I mean through the chair.
You'll be through the flaming window if you don't get on with it.
Goodness gracious, Mr. Chairman. Jimmy here has just had like a double knockout idea. How's about a bit of the old naughty page 3 job?
Oh, I think that's fantastic.
You mean topless?
Absolutely.
Oh, I think they're fantastic.
But who'd pose for us?
Well, I think the one and only Frida Natakan would be like sensational.
You must be joking. If you think I'm flaunting my bits and pieces, you've got another thing coming.
If they put you on page 3, there'll still be some of you on page 4 and page 5.
I could just see you in one of them B strings, Frida.
Well, actually, old gaffer, it's like G-string, not B-string.
I never was very musical.
You'd be better off putting a scabby donkey on page 3.
Oh, I can't cope. I just can't cope with that. I've been called some things in my time, but never a scabby donkey. Oh, why do people make fun of me?
Because you're ugly.
I'm not ugly.
Yeah, you're an ugly old crab, and that's putting it mildly.
Oh, why won't he shut his gob? Shut your gob, you! Adolf, am I ugly?
I don't know!
Melanie, your mother's talking to you. Melanie, am I ugly?
Well, it's hard for me to say.
Why?
Because I've lost my teeth.
Simmer down, Frieda, old girl. Nobody's going to force you into a G-string.
The only way you get it in it.
Right, would you consider editing the problem page like the old magazine job? Like, write to Auntie Frieda.
Problems? Oh, don't you think I've got enough problems of my own? I've left some cabbage on gas for 4 hours. It'll all be brown now.
That's an improvement. It's usually black.
Look, why don't we ask Uncle Nasty to run the problem page?
I'm not interested.
Right to Auntie Nasty.
Just watch it, pal.
I think you could well have a good idea there, Dr. Nostalgia.
Look, I've told you, belt up.
Look, Uncle Nasty, I think your ability to, like, put your opinions in a nutshell, you see, would be a bit of an advantage as it happens. What do you think, Uncle Rubbish?
I couldn't agree more, Jimbo. Come on, Uncle Nasty. I tell you what, let me give you a typical problem, and you give us a typical, short, meaningful piece of advice.
Go on then, fish face.
See what I mean? Dear Auntie Nasty, I am married with 19 children. 7 dogs, 5 cats, 2 hamsters and a budgie. My husband has left me owing £8,000 back rent, 4 years' rates, a 900 quid telephone bill, £4,000 owing on the car, and 75p to the window cleaner. What should I do?
Jump off a cliff.
Marvellous, you've got the job.
I think that's fantastic. If I tell you my problem, Uncle Nasty, will you give me some advice?
Yeah, jump off a cliff.
But I haven't told you my problem yet.
It doesn't matter. Just jump off a cliff and make it soon.
Uncle Rubbish, like Jimmy here, is so excited. I can hardly wait for the first edition of The Load of Rubbish tomorrow morning.
All that remains to do is for Will to put the paper to bed.
Yeah, right. I'll get some blankets.
Oh, no, Wilfred. That's an expression us journalists use.
Oh, yeah, like mine's a large gin.
You put the paper to bed, Wilf, and we'll see you in the morning when they come rolling up from the press.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, also.
Good night, Wilfred.
Ah, well, what time is it? The big hand's on 12 and the little hand's on 3. 7:20. Oh, dear, I'm tired. I wish something exciting would happen, like it does on the films, when the phone rings and the man answers it and says, "City desk," and then he says, "Hold the front page." I wonder why he wants to hold the front page. Oh, dear, I'm tired. I wish something exciting had happened. Hey, he worked in a newspaper office, didn't he? Superman. Yeah, he did. Exciting things were always happening to him. It must be fantastic to be Superman. I wish I was him. I'd have a big S on the end of my gas mask. Oh, dear. I wish something exciting would happen. Something really exciting. 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 Hello, City Desk.
Is that the load of rubbish?
Yeah, editor speaking.
Right, this is the President of the United States speaking as it happens, guys and girls. Now then, I need your help. We are on the edge of a catastrophe.
Oh, the front page. Oh, yeah, I've said it. Oh, the front page. Don't worry, Mr. President. The load of rubbish won't let you down. This sounds like a job for Super Will. Inside 15 minutes, I was transformed from a plain, run-of-the-mill news reporter to Super Will, the Cape Crusader in a gas mask. I would have been quicker, but the phone box I used to get changed and was out of order. I pointed myself in the direction of Washington and launched myself into space. Seconds later, I was hurtling over the Atlantic Ocean at the speed of light. I decided to land spectacularly in the center of Washington. I always did have a rotten sense of direction. But in no time at all, I was being ushered into the President's private quarters. Hello, Mr. President. Super Wilf at your service.
What an honour to meet the one and only Super Wilf, who has come like post haste to help the old President of the US of A in his, darkest hour.
Yeah, pleased to meet you, yo.
Super Wilf, let me introduce you to the First Lady of America.
Not Joan Collins.
What a character. This is my wife, Super Wilf.
Oh, yeah. Glad to know you, ma'am, as you say over here.
Don't you talk to me. Oh, I just can't cope. I'm fed up. We had a banquet for 600 people last night and I've all the washing up to do. Oh, and he doesn't help. He's never here. If he ain't on NATO exercises, he's talking to them tri-pounds in Russia. Oh, is it no wonder I'm not mental?
And I thought it was all glamour.
Glamour, I'll give you glamour. I've got 7 prime ministers upstairs. They'll all be down in a minute and they'll all want to cook breakfast. Oh, I can't go.
Do not go on, old girl, do not go on.
Shut your gob! Shut your gob! Oh, I'm leaving home.
Now then, Mr. President, what's the job for Super Wilf?
Something double terrible has happened, old son.
Carry on.
Would you say you were an observant man?
You are looking at the World Observant Champion 6 years running. I am so observant, my infrared, X-ray, ultrasonic, triple vision, hypersensitive telescopic eyes can see a pin 20 miles away.
Super Wilf, somebody else painted the White House green.
Ah, I didn't notice that.
But you came through the main gates and stood in front of the building when you arrived.
Oh, yeah, no. But I was looking at a pin 20 miles away. Within 3 seconds, I'd made an important discovery. I had my underpants on back to front. Straw! I was after someone who bought 10,000 gallons of green paint. I tracked it down to a corner shop in Barnsley, and I was off in a flash. And then I was back in a flash. It was after closing. My inquiries then led me to every crime fighter's source of information. The Uncle Rubbish all-night delicatessen and rhubarb and custard piano bar.
Oh dear. That's the 3rd pianist this week. Now then, young man, what can I do for you?
My name is Super Wilf.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Super Wilf. What's your first name?
No. I'm a superhero.
Oh, yes, of course. We got a lot of them in here. There's Wonder Woman over there.
Oh.
I'll call her. Elsie! There's somebody here to meet you.
Hello, Wonder Woman. What can I do for you?
Can you help me find me teeth?
How come Wonder Woman lose her teeth?
Well, I keep flying out of my mouth when I twiddle round to change it to Wonder Woman.
Who are you normally?
Elsie Bradshaw.
Well, if it's not too personal, Elsie, how did you become Wonder Woman?
Well, I got fixed up at the job centre. see, I wanted to be a fashion model, but there's not much call for gummy ones.
I was getting nowhere fast till I discovered my bike brake blocks had jammed. Then I was given a lead and hot-footed it over to a boutique on the corner of 5th Avenue and East 23rd, Black Pudding Alley and a half.
Oh, look, Geoffrey, it's the customer in kinky clothes.
Oh. I love the underpants, dear. Is that how they're wearing them in Paris?
Oh, yeah, and parts of Barnsley.
Really macho.
No, they're not. The flannelette.
Would Sir like to be measured for a suit?
Why?
Well, this is the boutique. We don't sell cauliflowers.
Oh, no. You see, I'm on the trail of the Phantom Painter.
Oh, we've read about him. The Phantom Painter with the mean streak.
Well, actually, it's a green streak.
Well, have you any idea what he looks like?
Well, now, I haven't much to go on, but he's 6 foot tall, ginger hair, brown eyes, beaky nose. He's got a scar on the left cheek, a mole on his chin, a wart on his neck, size 9 boots, 34 inside leg. He soaks peppermint, plays a concertina, loves marmalade, cheats at Ludo, and his mother's a traffic warden.
Could be anybody.
Wait a minute, Ernest. It's him to a T.
Him who, Geoffrey?
Him in the cubicle over there, trying on that trendy jumpsuit. Oh.
Hey, oi, you two. Hey, you two plant pots. Get over here and fix this zip.
Oh, yes, it's him.
And who are you, frog face?
The Cape Crusader in a gas mask.
Come near me and you'll be in an hospital. And I don't want your mucky paws all over me new white jumpsuit.
White, did he say? That's not white, it's bright green.
I've told you, it's flaming white. And if anybody disagrees, I'll ram my fist down his throat and I'll turn him inside out.
Hey, I've solved the mystery. He's colourblind. He thought green were white.
It is white. It is white. 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 White.
Good morning, Wilfred. How's the old first edition doing?
My word, look, they're all over the floor. They've come off the end of the machine.
Oh, I must have fallen asleep.
Pity he didn't fall in the wrong machine.
Dear Lord, dear, what is this you've put on the front page, Wilfred?
Let's have a look. President of United States lives in a greenhouse.
Yeah.
You great bonehead.
Well, he does, doesn't he? Because you did it.
What are you talking about?
Of course he did, in your jumpsuit.
I'll jump on you in a minute.
No, don't you remember? There were you and Elsie Bradshaw. She's Wonder Woman, you know. And the president's wife had 7 prime ministers upstairs in bed. And Uncle Rubbish had an all-night delicatessen, and I could fly.
Just a minute. Get the green van round, will you?
Are you sure it's not white?
How could you fly, Wilfred?
I'll show you. Open the window.
Dear Lord, be careful, old son.
Right, here I go. I'll show you. Whee!
Oh, dear. How ironic. Straight through the greenhouse.
Hey, Grimshaw! You wanted something exciting to happen to you today, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, it's happened. You're going for a ride in an ambulance.
Well, wasn't that a super programme, Geoffrey?
What was it?
Oh, it was super.
It was super.
Laugh. Oh, I dropped my knitting twice.
Oh. What was it called?
Super Will, starring the Grumbleweeds.
What's the names?
Albert, Carl, Graham, Morris and Robin.
Bless them.
Was it written by?
It was written by that fella called Mike Craig.
And produced?
Same fella.
In Manchester?
Mike Craig.
Oh, I like it.
Oh.